people play Dota. Like nothing ever changes.
Well, I mean,
they
the
do,
thing
but-
is, WoW is still one of the best MMOs. That
It's
the most
I don't know-
successful doesn't make
I
it
don't know
one of the
how,
best.
I
Like,
don't know
there's
how
a
you
new
still have it
replacement to
open.
that
Like,
game.
Justin Bieber is a successful singer. That doesn't make him good.
Call of Duty is a successful shooter. Doesn't make it good.
Yeah.
It's that popularity thing, you know.
Dirty Bomb's not
I didn't know
successful
that
game.
this week we'd be
Overwatch.
role playing the global chat from
I mean,
every
look at it
MMO
this
that's
way.
not WoW.
WoW subscriber numbers peaked in Wrath, and despite the industry growing, their numbers are steadily falling. That says a lot. Like theoretically, every
Well, I mean, the
Every,
MMO industry isn't growing exactly.
not really.
it is every expansion. Final Fantasy 14 picks up new players. If Guild Wars 2 picks up new players.
Really.
Yeah.
Probably the players from World of Warcraft.
Jack.
But I'm curious about how their numbers are when an expansion drops. Because I bet they get all they need is that initial surge of new fucking players or old players returning, and then they can just coast their way on down to the next expansion.
That's basically what happens. I mean, you can look at Warlords of Draenor, massive spike, and then an immediate cliff drop off down to the lowest numbers they've ever
Warlords of
seen.
Draenor was the worst expansion.
Happened with Mists of Pandaria as well.
Oh, Miss was
Cataclysm.
worse. Yeah.
Oh.
Wait, so
Man,
Draenor
not
was the
me.
worst because so many people were hyping that one up more.
Like-
So many people hyped that one up more than any other expansion since then,
Yeah, it was the
And-
worst one.
and it
It
ended
was
up being
by
the worst.
far the
That
worst.
I find that fucking hilarious.
Because like Cataclysm was at least interesting because it's like, oh, the whole world's getting blown the fuck up, and then
Cataclysm was the
Pandaria
best
was-
PvP expansion, basically.
But-
I think I
If,
got
you,
it.
if you're the
But
kind of
no,
person that
Wrath-
likes to do arenas and BGs, it was by far the best.
I liked. I mean, Burning Legion's PvP was really fucking good.
Well, Flying Mounts helped kill PvP. It was open world PvP. Open world PvP was dead by Wrath.
I wouldn't say dead by Wrath, but it
No,
was dead
man.
immediately after Wrath.
No, man, because
It was
Elemental
gone.
because one, the Elemental Plateau was an awesome PvP fight. You know, sure, people
Yeah,
were flying,
Wrath
but
was
people
after
had
PvP.
to go there to farm.
Yeah, wait,
So
wait.
it's like
what
you
are you
just go
talking
there
about?
to
Elemental
fight.
Plateau. Which expansion do you think
That's
we're talking
BC.
about?
Like,
I just
come
said
on now.
BC. No, I said BC was like the best for PvP.
Right.
Well,
Okay. Yeah.
But
And
why
he
would you
said-
say that when we're talking about Wrath?
We were.
But
we
he
were
said
not on the
because
same
he said
page.
flying killed PvP, and I said no because Elemental Plateau you had to have flying to get there, and that was some of the best.
Yeah, but you didn't fly around while you were there. You had to
The
like
flying
stand.
didn't kill PvP.
Yeah, I mean, I had, and then in Wrath of the Lich King, I had a lot of fights were because you did those dailies in Ice Crown for the Giants because you had to do that shit. And I would get in so many awesome fights there. But it was like after that, I think.
Completely dead
After that
because
is when
once
it
you
was
have
like,
like Dungeon Finder and Raid Finder help too, because I can't gank people outside of Shadowfang Keep anymore with my
yeah,
Twink.
it was that too.
I'm
mean, it
okay
got-
with that though, just not having to fucking walk there. Like I'm
Yeah.
okay with losing that little bit of PvP
Well, I mean,
for the
other thing is,
convenience.
the dailies for like MOP were like, okay, you get some stuff, but they weren't as essential as like the fucking ones in Wrath, where it's like, yeah, you do these dailies to get the stuff that you actually need for items and all that. Like,
I mean,
Losing
World,
will to
World of
harm.
Warcraft pretty much didn't exist for me after Kata. It's just like, why would I ever play this game?
So, are we
Well,
here
we're
to
back.
shit talk World of Warcraft, or are we here to play some Dungeons and
This is
Dragons?
World of Warcraft
Say,
Weekly.
We're so jaded.
We did this
I
at the
don't-
beginning
I'm
of every
inter-
session.
I'm interested to see how the
You wanna
island
talk about
PvP
me?
goes, and if it sucks, I'm gonna probably be done with the game.
Quote me on this. It will be a disappointment.
Yeah.
And we'll still see you playing it. Because it's like crack.
Speaking of still playing it, why is Brad still on it?
He's still logged in.
He's in fucking Roll20, so
Yeah, I'm
Corbin
all for it.
here? Is everyone here?
well, what are you like doing your fucking dailies while we're playing all the time? Is that what you're doing?
No, I'm just doing them. I'm doing a world quest right now while I'm waiting for us to start.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
PJ, do
So-
you have 3D dice turned on?
3D dice? No, I don't think so.
Let's get that turned on before we start. Click the
Uh,
little settings menu, and then middle,
and then
click.
3D dice.
enable 3D dice, and click
Automatically roll.
automatically roll.
Because it's the shit.
Hey, there we go.
That's
And
Oh, wait,
everybody,
That's Riz.
Yeah, everybody make sure you set your speaking as your character too. We always forget that until halfway through.
Please do that. So I would like for somebody, I don't care who, to reiterate for me what you guys did last time.
Okay, I got this. So,
You were writing it all down, right? The whole time.
Yeah, and his fucking
Just walking
book.
around writing it down.
You've been watching all the old sessions, right? I got them on my YouTube. Got all of them.
Yeah, I vodcasted all the sessions 9 through 15 all week long.
I don't know what your YouTube is, Chip.
I bet you
I'll
can
give you
figure
3
it out.
Let's.
It might be Chip
Is
Jiggins.
it?
I don't know. They're on Reinhold TV too, by the way. I don't know why Latro doesn't use it,
Is
because all you have to do is set up a channel.
That's got to be the one, right?
Oh, I've already got a
69.
channel. I just don't export.
You just have to
these
click
right now.
that button that says export,
I know.
and all the old ones are gone. They roll off. You got to get them before they go.
Yeah, they're already gone.
Just a clip of Chip playing Call of Duty from 2010.
Wait, what?
Oh, is that public? Thought that was private.
Boy, this is really old.
It was back when you could. It was what was it like Black Ops? You could automatically upload from Xbox to PC.
Black
Okay.
Ops game clip. Chip Jiggins. Let's watch it. 30
I
seconds.
hope he's in there like shouting racial slurs or something.
Jesus Christ, your aim is fucking terrible.
Yes.
Well, it's on an Xbox.
Are we gonna play D&D, or are we just gonna shit on Chip's YouTube channel?
Yeah, I don't know which clip you're looking at, but that was definitely Xbox.
No man.
You can't aim on an
That still
Xbox.
doesn't excuse just wildly firing like that.
Yeah, it does. Have
Which
tried
clip are you
playing
looking
an
at?
FPS on a
Xbox is
console?
terrible.
The 30-second one.
Only pieces of shit play on the Xbox.
I don't know. It's probably something like with modern replay where your aim's not actually where it's at, like server side latency or whatever.
Yeah, it's a good excuse.
You sounded exactly the same 6 years ago.
My
Is my
God.
voice on that? How the fuck is my voice on that?
I know, I'm watching a Killing Fuller clip from 6 years ago.
The fuck, all those should be private.
Just like furiously, like hoping we don't find the one clip where he's doing like anime reviews or
Well,
some shit.
I hope this one's not
Fun
public.
right now.
Go find the good ones.
Mononoke
So-
is a Disney
So-
princess.
It's like when your fucking
Number
parent
5
brings
will
out
shock
the
you.
photo album of when you were a kid. It's like, no, don't show people that.
So last week,
Yeah, get started, guys.
I have no idea where we started. Oh yeah, we
We
woke up in that farmer's
yeah, we started at the farmer.
thing. Yeah, so we started at the farmer. And you know what? Someone else take over because I am so fucking hazy about what we did from there.
Well, we headed back to the town.
Right.
Grunerwald, Williamsville. I don't know what we want to call it now. And there we all embarked to try and find trainers. Well, you guys did. I didn't. You were unable to find one that could help you at the around town. So we ended up. I'm trying to figure out why we ended up heading out. I think there was a reason, and to be honest with you, I'm starting to get hazy on it too.
Basically,
Alright, so-
what I recall is that we stopped in, tried to get some supplies, but the goblin was out because war shit.
Oh yeah.
So
well, he
we
sold us some
we were
stuff,
like-
just not food. We
right.
got
We had to buy like
we had to
rope
replace
for
our
starters,
grappling hook because we
Yeah.
left our grappling hook back there.
Apparently,
Triggered.
Trigger's already. He's ready to go off again.
Right, and then so we like tried to talk to trainers, but they were like, "Nah, you're already past what I can teach you." And we were like, "Well, we need to head north anyway, so let's just get a move on."
Right, and our let's see what it was.
So, Ryan,
Varlin
you,
was-
Leolar had his dream in the farmer's house, right? You got
Yeah, it
drunk
might-
that night?
Yeah,
Had a
like
dream?
weeks ago. Yeah.
What the hell happened to that dream? Didn't you like eat a fruit or something?
Yeah, eat a fruit.
All right, nice. Now he's level 5.
These are important developments.
Hey, they are. Like,
Well, there's nobody
you get
there.
Level 5 by from eating from the tree of knowledge
Well,
or something.
though there was 2 doors, I couldn't get into either door, so I went into the courtyard
It was just
and ate a
hilarious to
fruit.
put it so much like that. Yeah, I ate a fruit, and then I woke up.
Why? How do your dreams go?
I don't remember dreams.
None
I
of this
get
makes any
successfully
sense to me.
drunk.
I got a really good meme I can post here.
Oh boy. Okay, so anyways, we headed north. We debated on staying at Quintus's bed and breakfast, and we decided we would do it. And in doing so, we spoke to the guards, and they handed us a note from what was it, like the king's advisor or some shit, saying that he wanted to meet with us and have like a little brunch, you know, a little get together. But Gorbin's sharp, trained eye realized that there was thieves' cant in the note, and that the advisor actually wanted us to do a little extracurricular activity for him, which we don't know what it's going to be or how we feel about it just yet.
Yep. Gorbin's a super good thief. He's really good at these things. Notice that shit right away. But the note was actually a summons to the king. Like, we have to go. We are summoned by the king. We don't
Was
know
it
if it's
by
for
the
fucking
king?
dinner or whatnot.
Well,
It could be on
You were
trial.
it says you were invited by the king to dine with him.
Yeah.
Oh, was it an invitation to dinner?
I remember
it was an
food being
invitation to, yeah, it was an invitation to dinner, but we all pretty much agreed that it was put together by the advisor who wanted to talk to us, and this was just kind of pretense.
Yeah, it's still super sketchy that we got this note from Quintus.
I don't know. I think you're being overly cautious, but
Sure.
We'll see. We'll see. We fucked with the guy's house.
it doesn't
like,
mean we're not useful and we can't come in handy for what.
Yeah. Like that's what I
purposes they
think.
may have.
I think Quintus was like, oh, these guys were able to get into my chamber and not get vaporized. That's impressive.
Useful
Like,
for the gallows after we learned state secrets that were never to be revealed.
Yeah, that's also a thing that could
He's
happen.
these
Like,
fucking
we're gonna
brats
get
that
there to
act like I
dine.
don't know what happened. Just-
Yeah, like we're gonna get there to fucking dine, and we're like gonna get into the fucking room. There's gonna be like the king, and then Quintus is gonna be sitting next to him. There's gonna be guards there, and we're like, "Hey, why don't you have a fucking seat, buddy?" We're like, "Oh
Yeah.
god, public execution, here we come."
That's when we scorch earth.
I'm not good
Yeah,
when I'm
yeah.
being scolded and chided. All right, I'm not good. I'm not good in those situations.
It's understandable.
All right.
So after what was it? After the little village that we stopped at, where Father Slick and who was it, Leolar or Dallin tried to get the guards drunk to pump them for information.
Well, that
Yes.
was
You know,
that was
pumping the
Latro's
barrel.
idea, and so he bought the barrel, and I decided
carried
to
it
try
out there.
with
Oh,
my
yeah.
charisma. I was able to convince him to tell us a little bit of information that they're on the lookout for a specific person, a tall, white
Pale.
man,
very
pale, yeah, pale man.
Oh,
white guilt.
Sounds like another acid vampire to me.
Mm-hmm.
A person of non-color.
So after getting that information, we kept going north and hit the sort of a major town called Crossroads, which is where we're at right now.
it's at
Yeah.
the crossroads.
And
Ugh,
at
Baron
the
chat.
Is aptly named.
And when we got
So-
there, people were making these jokes about this Chuck Norris guy.
Chuck
Oh,
Norris and the
God.
Crossroads.
Yeah.
Is
that a
well,
Well,
you should at least go to the
yeah.
blues, the blues
I know
movie,
PJ,
which is a lot better.
I
Because PJ
said
went,
Baron
ugh,
chat.
Crossroads. Because PJ went, ugh, Crossroads chat.
I said Baron's chat.
Baron, yeah, there we go. Baron's chat. There we go.
So while
So-
in the Crossroads, we found a super fancy inn, got a room, got some baths, got a nice meal. Then we went and Father
Hell of a
Slick went and
meal,
got
yeah.
some training from a
This-
priest.
And some
And,
training from that half orc, I think.
Oh yeah,
And
told
I
me to go
talk
for the
shit, too.
knees. Did you?
Well, I talk shit to you about him.
Oh wait, what? How did that go?
We were sharing a moment in Goblin, and I was like, "Yo, fuck that."
All right,
Oh, yeah.
That was in the baths.
Yeah.
that's where the orc
Oh,
was.
right.
Wait, you guys went to a gay bathhouse?
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
It was a
it
co-ed, but
every bathhouse is a gay bathhouse when we walk in.
pretty much.
True.
Wait, did you say you talk shit in Goblin? Because Father Slick totally knows Goblin.
Right,
Yes,
that's
that's why
what.
we-
Yeah.
Yeah, he was talking shit with Father Slick about the guy.
Gotcha,
Right,
gotcha.
but I don't
gotcha.
rember talking shit about him. Like, what did
No,
you say?
He said something
You were
and you didn't
trying to. you
Oh,
were
right.
trying
So,
to
and you were
use
like, you're talking to a
information.
wall because
Yeah.
you hate orcs. That's right.
Precisely.
All right. So
Okay.
then, what else? So Father Slick
found
got
the
some
place.
training. He's level 5. Leolar's
Shit.
level 5. Gorbin went and got some training himself. He's level 5 now. So we just need to get what Dellen and Varlin to level 5.
Well,
I
Varlin has
hounded
to
off
get to level
into
5.
Cough, isolation, cough.
Yeah, Dylan went out trying to find a trainer and was unsuccessful.
Yeah, he needs to go out into the
Well,
woods.
We'll say I went
And
out
is
outside
Varlin
of town.
in need of a trainer, or is he still level 4?
No, he hasn't leveled up yet.
Oh, never mind. All right.
Yeah.
And that's
You'll
where
get
we're
a lot of
at
experience
right now,
when
right?
you're when you're comatose most of the time.
We got some clothes.
Do you remember what Gorbin did to get his training?
He's doing some dodging training, so
Yeah,
now he
with
can
who?
dodge better. What's that?
With who?
With who?
Some
This group of thieves. Oh, fuck! What was their name? You're asking for like the name of the little hangout?
Uh-huh.
Let's see. Did I write it down? I probably wrote it down.
You should have.
Silver Dagger in his Coram Tash. The fuck? Did I not write this down? I always write this shit down. Well, shit. I did not write it down.
Unfortunate.
But luckily I have VOD, so next week I'm going to remember.
He'll have it written down by the end of the
Yeah.
end of the day.
Alright, so all of you have taken your day to receive training. You've walked around, done your things. Leitero's been reading his book.
Well, and I bought clothes for everybody. They need to go get fitted for them.
Yes,
yeah.
you all need to go get
Mhm.
fitted for your clothes. It's
Right.
evening
Fitted for
now.
clothes. What the fuck?
We have to go meet a king, so
We're-
we gotta
we're-
look spiffy.
Meeting nobility.
Well, we're not getting spiffy clothes. We're like the clothes we
Not
have are
quite as
kind of
dirty
messed
and
up
blood splattered.
and
Oh,
full
we're
of
meeting
holes,
nobility? Oh, God, we're
acid.
fucked. Leitero's gonna ruin this completely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably.
Precisely.
I see how this is going to go. Is that you're the one who's going to screw it up?
Absolutely not.
Absolutely, yes.
You try to act noble, and they'll look at you like, oh, jeez.
This fucking guy.
So Father Slick, what's that book you got there?
Oh, that book.
God, it's great. The Archbishop guy gave it to me. It's got a lot of stuff about religion, you know. I mean, I already know everything there is to know about mirrors. Why would you even assume that I don't? What's wrong with you, Gorb? You know goddamn well that I know stuff.
I'm assuming that it gives you some info about the other religions.
Yeah, that's why I have it. I'm just, you know, kind of looking for spiritual stuff, Gorb. Just, why do you care? What do you read in your book?
I don't have books. I'm not even sure I can read.
You can read it.
Honestly, I'm surprised he can read.
So what does that book actually? What does that book do? Advantage on religion checks or something?
Yeah, no, it gives me proficiency
Yeah,
in
it just
religion.
gives him proficiency.
Did you not already have proficiency in religion?
No, I had insight and
He did
medicine.
not.
Oh.
He chose poorly.
Well, fuck that. Medicine is important, okay? Do you have any idea how many...
How much does your insight come into hand?
Okay, not yet, but you know, we haven't been talking a whole lot, have we? We've been mostly trying
You've
to
been talking a
unfuck
lot.
doors. To each other, maybe.
Hmm.
All right. Let's go get some fitted for some clothes.
Agreed.
I've already got mine, so I'll tag
Sweet.
along now.
Cool. We're getting clothes.
I'll have Link back up in my hound form, and we won't say that I leveled up from tossing other dog salads, but, you know, some truths are self-evident.
What the fuck?
I'm so confused what's going on.
Okay. You join the rest of the group. Everyone is back at where you left the cart. It is raining now, and it's more towards the evening. It's starting to get dark, but you have a little time left. It's about 6 o'clock.
All right. Onwards to the tailor shop. Lead the way, Leo.
Leolar leads you back to the tailor's, and when you go in, it's nice and warm inside. and he greets you with a friendly smile.
Okay, not to be a nitpick and shit, but do we have a background image for this town by chance?
No.
Unfortunate.
Hello there.
Oh, hello there. You are all getting fitted, I presume, yes?
That is correct. We are. We understand that we have bought the materials. Just need to get sized for them.
Excellent, excellent. Please step over here one at a time. And he quickly starts measuring all of you. Did you want to do anything else?
Yeah. I wanted to be like, yeah. So hey, I need a lot of room in the crotch area. You know, like try to make that look flattering. I don't know how much. Like I don't know how this works. Do I like slip you a couple extra gold pieces? Like what's the deal here?
No. It's perfectly fine. I understand. And
Yeah.
He nods sagely, and he finishes taking all of your measurements.
Sweet.
Your new clothing will be finished in the morning. Please come retrieve it.
All right
Fantastic.
then.
We'll be back.
Thank you.
See you all tomorrow.
All right. So walking outside.
Exodus.
Oh, what do we do for the rest of the day? Well, I guess
perhaps,
it's nighttime.
Perhaps we should go looking
Hey, you said it was
for,
getting close to evening time.
Yeah, but I was gonna say we should go looking for druid people for Dylan to talk to.
Oh yeah.
Like maybe they have a camp outside town or something.
Yes, roaming bands of druids. That's kind
Yeah. How do you like? How do you think it happens exactly?
Well, considering
Like,
I know
what do they
one,
do?
considering I know one druid,
I
I'm
don't
not
know.
sure
We
I would
find
know
a
where to
farmer or
find him.
something who's overly familiar with his livestock, and that's probably the guy you're looking for.
The only
Oh,
thing I can think
God.
of is the woman we met in the tree, but that's a ways away.
Yeah, God knows what her deal was. Honestly, I think she was cooking meth in there.
Well, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I think there was like a Breaking Bad scenario going on there. Like, used to be a high advisor to the king, lives in a shack in the middle of nowhere, fucks around with chemistry shit. Like, I'm telling you.
All right. So here's an
Magical
idea.
myth.
Maybe we could go to the seedy tavern. You could turn into a mouse, and you can receive training from the mice in the walls.
That seems unlikely. I don't.
You know, really connect with your weremouse self.
And we established there was no
That was-
druidar, no radar for druids. They can't
No, I was
find their
saying that-
own.
Well, if he was in the temple, that I would have gone to the outskirts of town.
Maybe in this deforested area, there's some like hippie druids like hugging trees, like the last remaining trees.
Yeah, like I
They
think we
probably
should go
tell
out
us
and look for
something
them.
about
Yeah,
being a
looking
good
for
druid.
Williams Lorax.
I don't know. Those are my ideas. I don't know what
yeah.
else.
I think let's just do it. Let's just go out and look for the deforested area and look if there's anyone like licking stumps or some shit.
Yeah, trying to like heal
Are
the
we- are we
trees.
at-
and
are
everything.
No, it's
we-
like I
why
feel
don't
your
you-
suffering.
Why don't you just ask somebody if they know of anyone who's, skilled in the ways of nature?
Well, we tried that at the church. Might not have been the best place, but
Probably
they're all
not the
gods,
best
so I
place.
thought it might have been okay.
Probably not the best place.
Okay,
what's the nearest
okay,
head shop?
but fuck it. I'm gonna do. So Miris is nature, okay. So I'm
No.
gonna do like a religion check
I mean, she's
and see what are you talking about?
not. No, she's the goddess of love.
Right, but she's nature attuned. That's why I have druid spells.
That's only because her symbol is a dove. Just because it's a dove doesn't mean it's actually nature based.
Is that wait, really? Is that for real?
Yeah.
I thought she was all like nature aligned and shit. That doesn't make sense to me.
It's not nature based. You just get some extra nature spells because it fits thematically. Thematically.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
She's the goddess of like
Okay.
love and
Right,
art.
I know what she is, but I thought that was just like one of those things where it's
And I'm not
like a
going to stop you
spectrum.
from doing what you're trying to do.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask for guidance from Miris to see if we can find some druid people. That's what I'm gonna do. All right.
Don't fuck this up.
God damn it!
But your prayers go unanswered, and you feel a little bit silly.
As per usual.
Well,
Hey, at least you didn't lose-
honestly,
you didn't
you're
lose
super
any
in nature.
charisma.
Why don't you train him?
That's about right for pretty much any time you try to get involved with a female of any kind.
Just assume Neris's gender.
Oh.
Oh.
I mean, they're her both of her like what would you call them?
They've been
like,
calling
avatars.
her
are
Avatars.
women's. Yeah,
Yeah,
they
they've
are
been calling
women's.
her for God knows how long.
I mean, her
Maybe that's-
description is literally a bipolar woman.
But maybe that's why you lost
Yeah.
a finger. You've been making assumptions.
Well, I got that finger back, so I'm doing something right.
yeah, okay.
I don't know. Have you ever lost a fucking limb and gotten it back? I'd consider you'd have
I
to
mean,
have some
Golub
kind of
died and
fortune.
came back, which I think that's
That's
a little
true.
bit better
That's
than
true.
losing a
And
finger.
I disappeared when that happened. So clearly, divine intervention and me go hand in hand.
Yeah,
So the next time one of us dies, we gotta sacrifice you.
that's what I'm hearing, Golub.
I don't think that's what I was trying to say.
Hmm.
Well, that's what we heard. We interpreted divine intervention. There you go. So I'm gonna ask a guard. All right. Can I just see a fucking guard somewhere, or do I need to do perception for guards?
There's guards standing around.
Yeah, I would like to approach a guard and ask him if he's seen any like shifty nature druid types recently.
You should be able to smell them. Smell
They
the
have to be shifty.
smell the incense.
Everything in this fucking town smells.
And just out of character, Varlin, you're pretty lucky that you don't have the other curse still that we don't know about because we forgot about it.
I can remove curses now. By the way.
Oh, you versus now?
Yep, and dispel magic. That's the two.
You still have
abilities I picked up.
You still have the one, but you don't have the other one. The one that was going to kill
The
you.
lose health. Yeah, the
Yeah.
Constitution one.
The wait, what happens?
You really don't remember this? You gotta. Well, what was it? Yes,
The
it was
spell really
the
did
curse. Yeah, no kidding.
It was the
Yeah, but
scroll.
no,
he went to open the door for the scroll.
Yeah.
And he got a curse that was going to take away a point of Constitution every, I think,
Week.
every week.
Oh
It
yeah,
was
yeah,
eventually
every
going to kill
day.
you.
Yeah, every day I lose conscious point. Right. How
Yeah.
do you get rid of that?
Magic. Basically.
During your interrogation.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess once the Inquisitor realized you were on the level, she kind of like patched you up and shit.
Okay, good. Sweet.
Okay, so I approach this guard and I ask him about druids, and what does he say to me?
What exactly do you say
Oh.
to him?
Yeah, well, I was like, excuse me, Mr. Guard, sir.
Hello? What can I do for you, citizen?
Yeah, look, we just want to know if you've seen, any, like, like, nature-inclined, like, druids? You know druids, right? Like, have you seen any druids around by chance, or heard rumor, perhaps?
I'm afraid I haven't. They don't usually stray close to settlements unless it's important business. There's one that comes in every year into Crossroads for supplies, and he usually does some healing while he's here, but he's not due for another few months.
I see. I don't suppose you know where he shacks up at.
I believe he lives in the Great Wood to the far west. You might have better luck there.
How far west are we talking?
But you know what the Great Wood is. It's this over here.
Yeah, it's pretty far west.
Yeah, we will be eventually heading there, but not right now.
Yeah. So we're gonna have to find something
we
else.
know
on the
that.
way.
We have to wait till he gets into the Free City.
Yeah, and I think that might be the case.
No,
I
not
mean-
cities.
I don't know. Is an even bigger city going to be more likely to have druids?
Not cities.
Who
There
knows?
might be
But-
like a little area, like a little building with a couple of them huddled in there as representatives
Like I said, we just got
to
to
the
find a
king,
headshot.
right? Right.
Where's the potpourri at? Follow the potpourri.
We should check. You should check back at where you were trying to sell the pods at back in the old. The
Yeah,
other
that's
city.
what I was thinking. An alchemist shop. We need an alchemy shop. See if anybody's looking for dropping off, like herbal shit, because that'd kind of be druid inclined, I think.
Hey, that's a start. Let's do it.
All right, let's. Is there an
Let's ask
asked
the guard.
if there is an alchemy shop in town?
I do believe that there is an alchemist store somewhere in town, though I wouldn't know exactly where, I'm afraid. I've only been transferred here recently.
Do you know who could tell us where it is?
Just look for the signs. I'm sure there's signage up somewhere.
Excellent. Thank you very much, sir.
Of course, no problem, citizen.
Okay, so perception check for signs. Do I have to do that, or do I see signs?
Is there a big sign that says "You are here"? With
Yeah.
a map around it.
There's no map, but there are signs pointing to various different landmarks.
Bazaars and things.
What does 20 perception get me?
20 perception, it gets you noticing there's a sign it's basically saying, oh, there's shops over this way, come to these shops.
Okay. I go, hey guys, there's shops over here. So let's go get it.
Let's do it. Ryan, we got some echo coming through your mic.
Shouldn't.
And onwards to the shops. What's up?
You're getting echo?
Yeah.
Alright.
Onwards to the shops. What kind of shops? What was the
So
signs?
then we, so like we head towards this bazaar area, and what do we see?
You reach the long row of shops collected along the north side of the town. And along here, there is a group of stores that are dedicated to magic and alchemy and all sorts of other things in a small circle around a well.
We're looking for alchemy specifically. Do I see a shop like that?
There's one that you assume is that is a large mortar and pestle on a sign.
All right. I like God. I think this is the place. I know what those things are.
Sounds like the right joint. Let's do it.
Mm-hmm.
Joint being the operative word.
Yeah.
Right, are you gonna go in?
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
I open the door and step in.
Great. When you open the door, you're greeted by a haze of green smoke that's drifting out of the door from along the ceiling.
I have a feeling we're gonna like this place.
Yeah,
I-
like oh yeah, this is good. This is the good stuff. Like most shops, they have like the purple mist and then that stuff. Shit, but the green, that's the best.
Hello? Anyone in here? I'm closing up right now.
Oh, that's understandable, sir. We're not actually here. We're not really looking to buy anything, really, but we just wanted to know if you know, having where do you get most of your ingredients and things from?
A voice from beyond the haze of smoke says,
Oh, I mostly buy them from merchants that come through from the south. They provide a lot of goods, and from the west. Yes. Very much from the west.
Do you happen to have many interactions with druids by chance?
Druids? I'm afraid no.
Not so much?
I don't know of any druids.
None?
No.
Know of anyone who would know? So, do you know who would be a good person to ask?
You kind of love red.
I really have no idea. I can't say I've ever met a druid.
Well, you have now, because our boy. Wait, where the fuck did he go? Dellen! You're right, walking out here. I'm like, oh, well, you'll get him next time, right? Bye. Thank you very much.
Oh, okay. Please come back if you need any alchemy-related goods or services.
Real quick, Riz.
We definitely will.
What was the dust I had? What was the name of that dust?
It's like
Do you have it
fire
written
sand or
down?
some shit.
No, I'm writing that shit down right now, though. I'll put it in
oh, you
think
must
it
have
was
lost
like-
it then.
I think it was like fire leaf or something.
It's fire something.
If you didn't write it down, then you lost it and you don't have it.
No, I don't have it. I just want to know what it is.
Yeah, he didn't have any on him. He just couldn't remember what the fuck it was called.
Yeah.
You talking about the drugs he took?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's flame leaf.
Flame.
There are a bunch of different names for it, but that's like the common name.
Hey, friend, do you have any flame leaf?
You're speaking so quietly, he can't hear you.
Do you have? Well, okay. Wait, do I need to turn myself up? Or is that better or no?
Yeah, that's better.
Okay. Do you happen to have any flame leaf?
What was that?
Do you happen to have?
He's across the store. You gotta walk over to him.
I thought they were whispering to each other.
You can't whisper to him when he's that far away.
Flame leaf.
Oh, flame leaf. I'm afraid I don't carry that.
Thank you for your time, son of a bitch.
You dirty.
Close the
human.
door on your way out,
You've
please.
got a problem.
Fuck that door. And fuck you. I don't have a problem.
You
You know what
do
my
have a
problem is?
What
Have a
problem?
nice night, sir.
Fucking
Stay
flame
right.
leaf.
We're leaving. Goodbye.
You collect your group of friends, and everyone leaves.
All right, so it's looking more and more like Father Slick. You're gonna have to do the training here.
I go by. I don't know two shits about training druids.
You're doing you do the nature stuff all the time.
Just tell him to rub some dirt on it. It'll be fine.
I don't think I think you're being really insensitive to the druid craft right now. Okay. what if I told you go up, just like to rub the key against the door, huh? Like, how would you feel if I said that?
We have said that.
I would try it.
Yeah. Cool. What the hell? Would you really?
You never steer me wrong, Father Slick.
That's true. I don't. But I was being hypothetical.
He did get you killed.
I mean, I'd like to think that the swords that entered his body got him killed.
Yeah, there was a pretty direct correlation between that and death, right there.
Yeah, I think those things go hand in hand.
Or kind of like chest and chest.
Wait, chest and chest? That...
Yeah, because it went into his chest.
Yeah, but that would be sword and chest, not hand and...
Look, I never claimed to be amazing at coming up with idioms.
No,
okay,
you're bad with words. You're bad with women. You're pretty much bad with everything.
I tell you one thing I'm really good at, and it's punching skinny little shits in the dick.
Well, that's about all you'd be able to reach, isn't it? Don't break your hand, by the way, if you take a swing.
Oh yeah, no, I'm sure I wouldn't have a problem with that.
Rock hard, cocky little bitch.
So
Alice is getting him rock hard. Apparently.
Yeah,
well, maybe Don can go out to this little chopped down forest and like commune with nature and maybe do a little healing or something.
Yeah, I think we need to defer to his wisdom at this point.
Dylan, go fucking do something so we can get on with our lives.
Yeah, I had said that I had.
Maybe you need to go talk to a dog or something. Like surely you could figure this out. Commune with the flowers or talk to a tree or something. That's what your people like to do, right?
Let him talk.
Your people?
I said that I would have headed to the outskirts of town while he was in the temple. Previously,
but when did that happen, though? I don't remember that happening.
It didn't. I was saying, like, could we have... Yeah, all right. So I head to the outskirts of town.
Okay.
All right. You and your collection of friends grab everyone, and you all begin walking towards the end of town. The gates are actually closed right now. They're closed for the night. So all the merchants and everybody else are sleeping outside.
Well, maybe this is something you need to do on your own, like turn into a mouse, climb up.
I was about to say the gates probably aren't closed for a mouse of size. Probably just meant to keep people out.
Yeah, so you
could easily
go get better. We're gonna go take a nap and get drunk. We're gonna get drunk, then we're gonna take a nap.
Yes, we're definitely going to get drunk.
And when you wake up, you're going to get more drunk. I know how it goes. I'll meet back up with you at the fancy schmancy.
Before he goes, I'd like to give him 1 second. I want to give him enhance ability. I want to see which one.
Maybe you can go out and make love to like a wolf or something.
Jesus.
I will give him inspiration and say don't fuck any animals that look unsavory.
Inspiration?
Yes, it adds a d6 to any roll you might make. So if you need to do something, yeah. One time you need to roll d20, you can add a d6 to it.
Okay, interesting.
All right, I'm gonna give him Eagle Splendor, which gives him advantage on charisma checks.
Yes,
in case he has to talk to somebody.
Yeah, because druids usually aren't good with the mouth words and doing so good with the face talk.
Eagles charisma, not intelligence? That's weird.
It's weird that Eagles, yeah.
What? Yeah, right. That is weird.
Is owl intelligence then?
No, it's fox for intelligence.
That doesn't make any fucking sense either.
That would be wisdom.
That makes sense.
I guess owl could be wisdom. I would expect
it is.
What's agility?
Cat's grace.
I mean dexterity.
Cat's grace.
Anyway.
So yeah, he has.
I'll give him a pat on the back and a.
Did you really go with mouse? Why not cat or some shit? Because
listen,
he does mice stuff.
Yeah, but people will hit mice and try to kill mice. If someone sees a cat, a cat. They're not gonna. They don't give a fuck.
Yeah, but he's
I'm
fast.
not exactly doing this out in the open. It's dark and rainy.
Varlin, you didn't. You haven't been around for this, but Dallin here is actually a weremouse.
That's
I'm very rodent inclined.
is that are you serious? You're rodent inclined? You know, I already have a tiny Weasley little fuck that I have to deal with every day, and now
Thank you.
Look,
He's
look, Varlin.
quite good at the.
Lonnie, when you got taken by the Inquisitor and had all that inquisiting done to you, we needed somebody to be the new toucher, to the guy who touches things, and
See,
we didn't really have enough time to really go through a lengthy interview process. We just had to take the first guy that came along.
Yeah.
I knew I was always gonna be that. That's why you sent me down the well. That's why I had.
Yeah,
to touch
pretty
the
much.
door.
That's
Yeah,
your job.
exactly.
It's a very vital and integral role that you
these
play in this
two-
party.
Well,
I'm
thanks
glad
for
we
the-
get Dylan, I just want to give you a quick heads up. These people get in arguments with mice, punch holes in walls for no reason. So anytime any kind of intellectual choice comes up, don't listen to whatever they have to say most
I
of
don't
the
know.
time.
I talk to mice and usually wreck shit too.
Yeah, he's a perfect fit.
Hey,
Like, I feel like
we
you're
killed
the
a
odd
wyvern.
man out here.
Yeah, clearly I am the odd one out in this group.
Yes.
I
and
don't
thank you
remember-
for
I
taking
don't remember
back the
you
mantle
helping kill a
of touching
wyvern.
things.
Is Father Slick still the most intelligent person in the party? Dylan, what's your intelligence?
What is intelligence?
0 modifier.
Holy shit, I
He
am.
Father
has
Slick's
no
still the smartest guy.
intelligence. He has no intelligence.
Well,
Yeah,
neither
but-
do you.
You can have no intelligence, but still be smarter than someone who decides to not fucking use
That's
it.
not how it works.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll see you gentlemen back at the fancy schmancy inn that we were
I
staying
mean, it
in.
does
Okay.
work that
Are we
way
staying at the
sometimes.
fancy
It's-
inn, or are we
at
gonna stay at the
end of
middle
yeah,
east
that's
place
where
we
we got
found?
the
Nice roll at
bathhouse.
the end of the day.
Yeah, we
Like
did
dinner
get
and
rooms at the fancy inn.
Yeah, we decided it would be pretty much the same cost no matter what.
Yeah, prices worked out that way. We did it.
So, assuming you want to, everyone returns to the fancy schmancy inn that you were at before, but Dylan turns into a mouse and decides to make his way out of the gates.
Split the party.
You make an intelligent decision and split up.
Looks for clues
and heading on
to
the
find what we're
outskirts of
truly
town.
looking for.
Right, you're outside of the
Finally.
gates now, and outside of the gates there are a lot of people, mostly merchants and such that are staying for the night. But there's also some other travelers, some soldiers, and there is a particularly large army camp on the south side of town.
All right, then I would like. I'll start off with a perception check. I'm looking for, the route underneath wagon wheels and such like that, trying to avoid, notice.
Trying to avoid getting trampled underfoot. All right, you do manage to avoid getting trampled underfoot, and you also avoid a few cats that were eyeing you up. It's a possible meal.
Very good. What is outside of town as far as the environment? I see to the east, it said there's a bunch of chopped down shit over here.
Yeah, from where you are in the distance, you can see the beginning of the deforested woods, but it's quite a distance.
Oh, okay. But it's not too late into the night, you said?
If you decide to go over there, you're going to be walking pretty much the entire night.
I see. Hmm.
So you'll gain a point of exhaustion for not sleeping or resting by the time you get back to town.
Right. And what would be further to the southwest? Or at least like close-ish to where we are southwest?
Just plains and farmland. Seems that this is a quite tamed area. You're not going to find an awful lot of nature around here.
Well, I will go somewhat out into the farmland and attempt to perform some meditation in the form of this nature check. Oh yeah.
You're not feeling very in tune with nature right now. There's just too much hustle and bustle going on here near the city.
Yeah, I see all these, conquered lands and everything is nice and, what's the word? Irrigated and very in line and everything. And it just makes me more upset. So I'll
Makes me sick.
get back more onto the main road, and so as to avoid hostility on my way back, I'll.
Oh
Not
god,
be
you
a
just had
mouse.
you just had a tear as a tin can when rolling by.
Hmm?
It's a reference to something pretty old.
Yeah, it is. It
The
is.
Indian tear going down the
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, yeah. I didn't exactly hear what you said.
You turn back into a person, and you get some odd looks approaching town. How are you going to get in? The gate is locked.
Son of a bitch. How am I going to get in then?
You could try knocking.
Are there guards stationed outside that I could talk to?
No, there's guards on top of the wall and guards in the gatehouse that you could probably talk to.
The gatehouse, then. I say, hello? Is there any way inside?
Fuck off, doors closed till morning.
Oh, these people are were rats too.
Yeah. Right. Or they're mice. You mean they're mice?
I say, me and my company are staying at the inn. We're not just a bunch of losers out here. I need to get in there. We've got important business with the king.
If you're staying in the inn, then you should be in there. Nobody comes in after dark.
Why didn't
I
can you not
said,
turn into an animal again? Can you not
Nope.
do it again?
no, I don't
wow.
have another way.
You done fucked up.
He's tapped for the day. I didn't realize you had like left mouse form.
Well, I didn't want to
So
continue.
wait, you
my
just looked at there were
struggle.
merchants and you gave up and headed back? Was that it? Was that...
No, he said there's a bunch of farmland and there's all this land, and I said that it's not exactly land the nature check sucked to. Look, I was going to say, I said, didn't you hear me? Me and my friends have business with the king, and I'm going to learn, and they're going to hear about this if you continue this insubordination.
You get advantage on that.
Yeah.
Oh, advantage?
And add a D6 to it.
Either re-roll or just roll a second one.
I'm sorry?
Either re-roll with advantage or just roll a second one.
So I'll just click this.
And then add a D6. Oh, wow.
Ooh.
Okay. Add a D6 to the 8 and hope to God it's enough.
Ooh.
Oh, man. A 10. Wow. You better really...
Unless you have a missive from the king, or I cannot let you in.
Looks like you're gonna sleep outside in the dirt, which I mean, that's probably something you're used to, right?
It is. Well, I guess I am going to get in tune with nature. I'm going to wander back out to any shelter or trees I can find, and let me see. Hold on.
Go chew on some grass. Maybe you'll have a dream.
Trying to find a place that I can stay dry here.
Right. Yeah, you walk about 10 minutes to an orchard that you saw outside of town, and you can sleep under some trees there. And you'll be fine.
Hey, if you talk with the worms and the apples, maybe they can teach you something about being a druid.
No, one of them's gonna fall on my head. No.
Yeah, okay, Newton.
All right then.
Alright, so you sleep outside of the walls for tonight, and everybody else, you have a wonderfully restful evening. Breakfast is served to you in bed in the morning, actually.
Yes.
Oh, hell yeah.
Nice.
This
how
is
you
the good
live.
life.
I say we just stay here for a while.
Wish we could. Wish we could. We got important business that is not at all involved with the fact that we don't have the money to do that. Because we absolutely do have the money to do that. We just have important business that we have to get to.
Enough money for a few days. You don't have that much.
Do we recognize
way.
that? Do we recognize that Dellen isn't here?
You recognize that Dellen isn't there. His bed is empty.
Everybody, check your pockets. Did he fucking crawl in? Dellen.
Nope, I'm
Is
good.
that something he did before?
Where you at, Rook? Yes, I told you, Lonnie. He's a weremouse. He likes to be in pockets.
I wish he'd have told us. We could have saved the money on his room.
Yeah, right.
Are we gonna eat
That's
his
a
breakfast
very
at least?
valid point.
Who hides in
Yeah, you can eat his breakfast.
I'm gonna eat his breakfast.
Right. Leitero
I'll
digs
have,
into Dellen's breakfast, and in the meantime, Dellen is entering town. They let you through the gates in the morning, along with a swarm of merchants, travelers, and soldiers, which are passing through.
Do I remember how to get back to my inn, preferably?
Yeah, your memory isn't that bad. Yeah, you head right back to the inn, and they recognize you and they let you in. And you are now in the common room of this inn. Nobody else is there yet.
Where are these guys eating breakfast at?
In our
Bed?
bedrooms.
Oh, okay. Well, I want to go back to our room then, and I'm like, hey, what's for breakfast, guys?
And
Oh, hey,
I like belch. Like, oh goodness, that's what.
No,
It was a pretty
they-
good breakfast.
no,
Too bad you weren't here for it.
Yeah, and they didn't save any for me. Oh, okay, I see how it is.
No, we didn't know where the hell you were, dude. Like, I thought maybe you got up early, ate breakfast, and left. You know,
How'd your communion with nature go down? I mean, that's a long night right there. Must have pretty heavy action.
Oh, I communed with an absolute fucking dead man if I find him again.
Was his name Williams?
Jesus.
I didn't ask.
William strikes again.
You always got to
You-
know the
you-
name.
You remember what he looks like?
Well, he was talking to me over from a gatehouse. Didn't exactly get a good look at him through his armor.
So how? Okay. So we have two.
If I meet
So
his
now we
name-
have two vendettas, one against an unknown guard and a hunter that wanders the woods. Great, good. I'm happy we're making friends.
Would you rather we made vendettas with people who are right here in front of us all the time?
As Gorbin strokes his dagger.
Fuck, Corbin.
That seems to be the way you like to go.
I
Overall.
thought you guys were even now. What happened?
Yeah, Corbin, I thought we buried the hatchet. And
Who
you're back
knows
to trying
where
to
the
bury your
bombs
dagger
take
in
us?
me.
Oh, I'm trying to bury a hatchet in somebody in this room.
So that's going to be a great way to start our day. Murder a guard before we go and talk to the king.
Yeah.
let's
For you, what to the king?
To the king.
Sounded like you said cock to the king.
I mean, it's pretty much guaranteed
Just
that
my
something
head.
like that's going to happen. But
Yeah, we were definitely going to cock it up. Let's be honest here. But
let's
still.
go get some
Alright.
fancy clothes.
I'll
Sort of fancy clothes.
Yes.
Fine.
let's-
New
Average
clothes are
size.
fancy to Gorman.
I'm excited for us. We're going to look nice for once.
I already look nice because I have mine right already. So.
Looking good, Leolar.
You all head back and retrieve your new clothes.
Is mine purple?
No,
I thought I could have sworn I specified that I wanted it in purple.
I know you didn't get to specify. You guys already bought the material before, but you weren't there to tell Leolar what you wanted, so he got a different color. Pink.
Leolar, I thought
There you go.
Is this pink?
Isn't pink purple? Is there a
Yeah,
problem? I
it's-
don't understand.
It's like lavender.
I
So
thought I
it's
was doing
somewhere
you a
around there.
solid.
Yeah, Lonnie, I don't see what the problem is here. I mean, this color looks totally appropriate on you.
Oh, wow. Purple as fuck. Did you say pink lavender though?
Yeah.
Mm,
Like the kind you find in like a Chinese knockoff brand shampoo.
I'm not angry at
Well,
you, Leolar.
That
I'm
is
just,
really specific.
I'm just disappointed. You could have done better.
Well, next time I won't do it all.
Oh, dress yourself, yeah.
All of your clothes do look rather nice, actually. Even Leitero looks nice in his new
What
clothes.
do you mean evenly, Taro?
Evenly thorough.
I mean,
Do,
for
do,
charisma,
do I
isn't
have
helping you out.
like the flattering crotch areas? Is it good?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, you do have like an artificial cloth cod piece.
Looking very dashing there, Father Slick.
Oh,
You're
this
goddamn right,
this is
Gob.
not-
While you're
I'm-
wearing these clothes and no
Somehow
armor,
you still
you guys will
managed.
all gain advantage to charisma checks,
Hey,
but only if you
really?
remove your armor. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Any
I don't have
charisma
armor,
related
so I'm
checks,
cool.
so that includes like persuasion and such.
Yeah, we should have
Yeah.
we
Leo
should have
like
learned
it's
until
a
we get to the
full-time
city and like get ready to actually like see the king.
Yeah, you will need to
Yeah.
wash them and such though, and maintain them. When you
Right.
get stabbed, they'll get damaged, so stuff like that.
Yep.
You don't say.
Everybody write down one set of fancy clothes in your inventory. If you don't write it down, then I'll just assume that you lost it somewhere along the way.
All right, and it's going right into the backpack.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I still have my purple cloak, but pink and purple cloak.
Fancy clothing.
Okay. So it is the next day, and the innkeeper asks that you return your room key.
Yep. We shall do so. I shall thank you so much for the wonderful time. This place was well worth the money. Good stuff.
Of course, sir. We hope you enjoyed your stay.
Yeah. We will totally be back at some point in the future.
Please feel free to see yourself out before lunchtime.
Oh, okay. All right. Yep. You have a lovely day. Miris, bless ya.
He bows his head to you, and you can all leave if you want, or you can
Yep,
stick around
let's
till
do it.
lunchtime and get kicked out.
No, I think we're out of here.
We could test that charisma out.
Oh God.
All right. The stable boy hands you the reins. He prepared them apparently. Your horses have also been washed and cleaned, and they smell faintly of roses.
Oh,
And
Damn.
your wagon has been
This
washed
is
as well,
nice.
so all the mud and such is gone.
holy
So
cow.
everything's looking
Now we
nice.
can get it even more muddy.
I miss Gorby 1.
Me too. Me
Yeah,
too.
but he's
We
in a
lost our-
better place now.
How did we lose?
Is he?
What happened?
Yeah, probably.
What
Oh
happened
no.
to him?
Oh, he. Well, you would know because you were technically there, I think. Oh no, actually no. You were being inquisited.
What
We
happened
figured
to
we
him?
didn't have anything for him to do, so we gave him to a stable so he could, be there.
Well, gave him
okay,
is
that's
not the
not
right
bad.
word. We sold him to.
Yeah, I mean that's
Yeah,
the same
fine.
thing.
That's fine. Okay.
We had to make some logistical decisions with the with this cool ass cover wagon we got.
And, a
And
menagerie was
also
getting a
your
little unwieldy.
dogs. Dogs have refound you. They weren't allowed in the inn. It was a no dog zone.
Right, but I mean I figured they're
They've
survivors.
been sticking around, yeah. So
I'm
It's
going
not
to
great
mention that on
locate
Yelp.
dogs anyway.
You know, if Dallin talked to the dogs, he could probably learn something about.
can you get that in a negative review on Fantasy Yelp?
Wouldn't let my dogs in. Avoid.
You also check on the status of your wyvern egg, and it's still in one piece.
Oh, did we not? Oh, wait, no.
Yeah,
I'd
you,
have brought
you brought
that
it with
into
you.
the
It's just
inn.
that it's smart to check on it every once in a while. Yeah.
That's right.
Right.
We were looking for a good alchemist shop to sell it to. Now, do we want to try this one, or do we want to go to the
I
actual
think
city?
Quorum Tash would be the better call there.
Yes, definitely
Yeah.
would want to go
High
with somewhere we
profile.
have more money,
Mm-hmm.
and then shop it around to make sure we get the best price.
All right. Well, I don't know if we got anything else to do in this town.
Nope, let's head to Quorum Tash.
Let's do it.
It's going to take you a little bit of travel, but you'll probably get there around lunchtime.
Oh, the same day.
Yeah,
Same day.
we're right outside of you.
Mhm.
You're spitting distance away from the city. You can see it in the distance.
Okay. Sweet.
So you set out on the road, leaving from the north, and the road gets nicer and nicer and better maintained the closer you get to the city. And you can see in the distance the gates of the city, and hundreds of people coming in and out and splitting off onto different roads. And the road you're on actually is full of travel right now as well. It seems a lot of people hit crossroads and then split up. And there's a lot of people that head west in particular. But before long, you are outside of the gates of the city.
Oh. Hot diggity damn.
Quite impressive.
Oh my.
One second. All right.
Oh, that sounds like a sad dog right there.
Sad dog, so I won't let him out.
Bow wow.
Right, so you are outside of the gates of the free city of Quorum Tash. There is a large main gate made up of 2 doors, which are currently wide open with dozens of guards checking everyone going in and out.
All right, well, we'll queue up for our check-ins.
Do we have to take our shoes off? Belts, that sort of thing.
No, you approach the gate and you are stopped by a guard who takes a look in the back while his friend, with a very fabulous mustache, speaks to you.
Mm-hmm. I'll handle this, guys. What's up, sir?
Sorry, I gotta let this dog out. He's very angry.
All right, I'll be
Okay.
right back.
An odd thing
right,
for a guard to say. to find me a house here.
Sorry about that. He was a very angry boy.
So did everyone leave?
I guess so. I guess
No,
everyone
no,
was.
Chip went AFK.
I was gonna lean over to Gorbin and say something, so I'll wait till he gets back.
All right, I'm back.
All right then. So yeah, I'm talking to the guard, and I'm like, "Hello, sir.
Greetings, citizen. State the purpose of your visit.
We're here to see the king," and I hand him the king's invitation.
He seems startled, but he looks at it. And he calls over a man in much finer armor. A dwarf, as a matter of fact. Oh, hello. What is going on here?
Hey, sir. We are here to see the king. We have a official invitation.
Oh, of course. Let me see that.
And I hand it
And,
to him.
yeah, he looks at it carefully, and he pulls out a monocle and carefully inspects the seal.
Bird.
It appears legitimate, sir. Welcome to Corumtash. Please enjoy your stay. And the guards welcome you through the gates.
All
And
right.
The invitation is returned to you.
Excellent.
And I'll lean over to Gorbin and whisper, "So are we gonna kill anybody soon? Because I'm starting to get a little itchy."
No, not yet.
All right.
Remember, I go first.
My fingers are starting to get electric.
Like if you see me stamp the shit out of somebody, then you give him the tingly finger.
Oh, so Gorb's our point
Is
man.
that what it's
Okay.
called?
Yes, everybody know Gorbin has dibs on first stabs.
All right, so I am. Or do we have a guide, or like have we just been like set loose? in this?
There's no guide. You've just been set loose inside of the city.
All right.
Oh god.
First things first. Alchemy shop for the wyvern egg.
Yep.
I look for the nearest guard and ask him if he could point me towards the market area. I guess.
What do you say to him?
I say, "Excuse me, sir.
Yeah. Hello.
Hi there. We are very new in town. I was wondering where the market area might be. Where can we find vendors and things of that nature?"
Oh, the Grand Market? Just follow everyone else. You'll find it.
Okay. I'm curious if there's like a fancier part of town that has like really upper class markets or
We are on
vendors.
business with the king, sir.
Are you new to the city by chance?
I just said that. Yes.
Oh, I meant like new, period. Like, you've never been here before?
No, never.
Oh. The guard seems a bit surprised.
Why?
Yes, why? Make an insight check.
Okay.
He just thinks that it's like such a major city. He finds it hard to believe that anybody could just avoid coming here for so
Yeah,
long.
we're a bunch of fucking hicks. That's all there is to it.
Well, what do you actually know of the city?
Not a goddamn thing.
It's your time to do a history check.
I
boy.
mean, I'll do this. $16.
All right. You know that the city is characterized by vertical buildings. The entire city is very vertical. It has a population of roughly 12 million. It's the largest city in the known world, and it has lots of walkways. The palace itself is set on a plateau, and the plateau also contains a small lake, which flows down into the rest of the city and empties out into the ocean.
Sounds pretty cool.
Most of the higher class buildings are situated at near like the foot of this large plateau, and you get up to the castle on large elevators.
That's
That's
awesome.
typically how it's done.
Okay, so then, knowing that, do I believe that we could find like a high-class alchemy shop near the foot of the mountain thing?
That's more residences. You'll find pretty much everything business related you need all throughout the city. The city's gone through multiple stages of expansion in sort of concentric rings, and you can see them based on like where the walls are. Like there's different layers of walls where they've had to expand.
Wall
Okay.
Marine, Wall Rose.
So I ask, then I'll get more specific, and I ask the guard if he knows of a specifically high-quality alchemy shop in the area.
I'm afraid I don't know of anywhere in particular, sir. I've never needed any alchemical ingredients myself.
Understandable. Thank you for your time, sir.
Of course, citizen. Be on your way.
All right. I look for peasants, not peasants, but like beggars, like filthy beggars.
All right, yeah, it doesn't take long before you find a couple of filthy beggars sitting under a wide archway.
I approach them and I ask, "Hey guys, tell me, have you been in this city a long time?"
I've been here for many, many years.
Yeah. Tell me, you wouldn't happen to know where I could find a real upscale alchemy shop, would you? And I flash a couple of gold coins.
His eyes light up and he gives you a toothless grin.
I haven't been to any myself, but I could point you in the direction of the Grand Market. Yes, yes.
All right, that'll do. I hand him 2 coins and I ask him to point me there.
He snatches up the 2 coins and points you towards a large road with it's being well trafficked right now. It's heading straight from the main gate towards what you can tell to be the center of the city.
Okay. I go, hey guys, you want to check the market?
That sounds like exactly the place we want to be.
All right, let's go then. I thank the beggar for his time and we move on.
Of course. Please have a good day, yes.
And meanwhile, the beggar is he's already scurried off to go and get some food.
Excellent.
Are we sure he got food or did he go get drugs?
Why, you looking for some more?
Drugs
You
and food.
fucking firehead?
I think they would call them hotheads.
Ooh, I like that better. Call them hotheads.
I think they should be called flamers, but that's just me.
These are all good ideas. So yeah, we head towards the marketplace.
You make your way towards the marketplace in the center of town. The city, as you've already heard of, and now you can observe it, is very vertical, and most of the buildings here are 3 or 4 stories tall. There's lots of wide archways, and there's actually aqueducts as well that you can see running through the city, carrying water to all sorts of different places.
Why a duck? Why not a chicken?
Aqua chickens aren't a thing.
Yet.
This is D&D, man. Come on. Tell me Aqua Chickens ain't real.
That's an old Marx Brothers joke. Come on.
All right, so when we
Guys
get
don't
into
know
the marketplace, Gorman's going to take a look around and start to see if he can find any good signs. Whoop, not great.
I'm also looking around.
Any signs for what?
Alchemy shop, The standard mortar and pestle sign.
Yeah, I'm also looking for that as well.
You do not find any direct signs where you are currently.
How about I try an investigation check?
Ooh,
See if I can find the
Sure.
specific thing we're looking for.
Leolar wanders around for a little bit, and you don't find an alchemy shop, but you do find a very large central area, jam-packed full of merchants and other such things. In the center of this large area, there is a large building, which is clearly a bank. And around it, and in concentric rings circling the entire area, there's a market going on, basically. Lots of tents. There's some small buildings, which are clearly meant to be more permanent. And the tents are often selling seasonal goods or bits of food and things like that.
Does any place look not quite so shabby with like tents and shit? I'm like, is there any shops around that look really nice or something?
There's no shops that look really nice, but there are some nicer shops here. Though I'm not sure if you mean specifically alchemy shops or not.
No. I mean any kind of shop. At this point, I'm just looking for. I'm looking for the lifeline to high class in this place.
Looking for the
There do
Neiman
appear
Marcus.
to be a few. Along the forest ring, the furthest ring of all of these little shops and such, there is there are several more high class stores. Most of them are small things like jewelry and things like that. There's also a few like armor shops for high quality like commission pieces and ornamental stuff, things like that.
Tell you what,
and there's a variety.
I would like to go to the ornamental shop, or that high class armor shop you're talking about.
Okay.
So I would, so walk up, step on in, and have a look around.
Okay. You enter this large, I guess you'd call it a forge building almost. It's definitely a little bit hotter inside than it is outside. And inside, there's all sorts of different armor pieces on various different racks.
Mm-hmm. Do I see anybody working the place? You know, staff.
There's a few people manning the shop currently, though you don't see anybody who looks like they're in charge. It's mostly just two people at desks and one person fitting a fellow in fancy clothes with armor.
Okay. So I approach the two people at the desk, and I'm like, "Wow, you got some really nice stuff here. Looks nice."
Of course, we carry the finest pieces in the entire city.
Yes. I can tell. I can absolutely tell. I've got an eye for these things. Tell me, you have many collectors around here who keep such fine pieces of armor?
There are many collectors in the city, yes.
I go, I'm looking for a collector myself. Someone looking for something maybe kind of specific. At this point, I produce the wyvern egg and I kind of put it on the table. I'm like, do you know anybody who collects rare animals, perchance?
Let me consult with my books for a moment.
All right, take your time.
And he pulls out a large, thick ledger full of different names, and it seems to be just a list of customers and what kinds of things they want and what kinds of times they come in, and it seems quite extensive.
Mm-hmm.
And he's looking up and down his lists. I don't know of any specific collectors, but you may be able to sell such a piece at auction.
Really?
Yes.
Where can I find the auction house?
That would be slightly down the street, about a quarter of a rotation to the northwest.
Oh, well, thank you very much, sir.
Arc seconds.
Of course.
And I wrap up the egg and I put it in my pack, and we are moving on out now. I go, guys, I think we could sell this thing at the auction house.
That sounds like a possibly decent idea.
Right? I say we do it. Like, anyone got reservations about this?
No, let's go to the
Yep,
auction
sounds
house.
good.
That sounds like a grand time. I would love to see the kinds of money that gets spent on frivolous shit. I meant that. No, I'm completely honest. I'm being.
Oh, okay.
He's not being sarcastic.
Sarcastic at all. I would love to see this. I would love to see how the upper crust live.
And there might be druids there.
I doubt it. I don't think any druids would love to see people clamor and scream to buy off a part of nature for them to torture.
I don't know. Every auction house I've ever been to has had druids there.
Leitera, I'm proud of you. You talked to that man very well. You didn't, spit on the floor or make a fool of yourself at all. That was great.
Wow.
Well
you were just.
You didn't hit on him?
No, I'm very proud of you.
Charisma is really just rolling right off you right now.
You talked to him very well.
I'm just like walking in the other direction while he's talking. All right, so we would like to make our way towards the auction house.
I think it's a bad sign that everybody takes me honesty for sarcasm.
You head towards the auction house, and you can see it from where you are. And you wrap your way through the street. And eventually you reach this large building, and it's a wide building. It doesn't have many stories, unlike a lot of the other buildings in the city. And there's a large, clearly like storage warehouse attached to it.
Mm-hmm. So before we go in, I'm like, okay, everybody, huddle up.
Yep.
I'm like, so I've been to an auction before. Well. Of sorts. It kind of involved people. I'm not going to get into it, okay? But here's what I know. It's they're going to try and fuck us, all right? They're going to want these commissions and these fees and shit, but we got to stand our ground. Like, we got to make sure they don't try to rip us off, all right?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I think what we need to do is we need to get our fucking awesome clothes on, go in there and act like we know our shit so they don't try to rip us.
Oh, that's a very good point. We're still rolling around in our rags.
Yeah, we go in there looking like a bunch of fucking, nobody peasant adventurers, and they're gonna be like, oh, these fucking guys, they're gonna take us for a ride, Gorb. They're gonna take us for a ride!
Well, luckily we have this covered wagon here to change in.
That's how you want to roll?
Yeah, I mean, where else are we gonna change?
Let's do it then. We will change in the wagon real quick, like.
One at a time.
All right, everybody.
No peeking.
Down to your skivvies.
Okay.
I'll stand outside and watch since I'm already in mine.
Take off your armor, but you leave your weapons. You're just in your plain clothes now.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So here's how I run this, right? I think 2 people should watch the wagon, and I think 3 of us should go in.
I think I can
take no part in this, so I'll be in the wagon.
Okay,
Excellent.
so me and Dylan will handle the wagon.
Okay, that works out really well because I was thinking of us 3. Yeah. Okay. So we will go
the 3
in.
most charismatic people should go in, right?
Yeah. Right. And I'll have the egg in like a pack or something. And yeah. So as we're going in here, I would like to preemptively give Leolar. I'm like, okay, I'll be the front man, but you'll do the like when it comes to the nitty gritty, you'll do the talking, right? And so I give him my Eagle Splendor for the charisma checks, and I turn to what's his face, Varlin, and I'm like, all right, let's hype him up. Let's do this.
Hello. Good talk.
I was gonna say I already have charisma advantage on charisma checks though, because of clothes.
Oh yeah,
that's true. But whatever. He still has even more. Then I'm not taking it back.
All right.
Yeah. So I guess I'm like, you give him, sing him a song about being awesome. I don't know how this shit works, honestly.
Just give
inspire him to greater heights.
Yes, I'll give him
okay. All right, let's fucking do this then.
You can do this.
Let's roll in there. All right, so I'm carrying the egg. Leolar take front and Varlin behind me. That's how we'll do it. So let's roll in there.
Interesting.
This is gonna go terrible.
All right.
Shut the fuck up. It's gonna go amazing.
All right, so who's going in? Is anybody staying outside to keep an eye on the cart?
Yes. Dellen and Gorbin are watching cart.
Okay.
All right, so I will look for the person in charge.
Okay. Upon entering the building, you realize that it is, in fact, quite a fancy building. It is marble floored, and there are 2 guards guarding an entrance to what looks like a large, almost like a theater, with steps that head down in like a half circle, like an old Roman theater.
I'll approach one of the guards and say to him, "Good day, sir. We're looking to perhaps auction off an item of rareness. We'd like to wonder if you could direct us to the person who would help us get this on auction."
Of course. Speak to the auction master when he's done with the current selection of items. He'll be happy to help you out.
And could you point him out to me so I could know who I'm going to talk to?
He points through the doorway at the man currently selling things on the stage of sorts.
And
that's him right there.
And could you give me his name?
I'm afraid that all of our auction masters are anonymous as to prevent bribery.
Oh, understood.
That's
Interesting.
Yeah,
That's actually a good thought. Well, I appreciate that, and thank you for your time.
Is he doing the auction?
Of course, sir.
It's like, hey, I got 5. Can I do right 5? Anyone for 6? Another 7. Okay, 7. Everybody going once, going twice. Is he doing that thing?
Well, he's not having an epileptic seizure.
That was. Oh, have you not seen how they do those fucking auction things? They're literally like blah, 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 the whole fucking.
He's also not wearing a cowboy hat either, so.
It's not just cowboys.
That was my go-to voice.
Okay. Anyways, so I guess we'll just wait.
Okay. You wait, and you watch some of the items that go by. A lot of it appears to be pieces of art, occasionally rare books, and things like that. There's a few pieces of jewelry that get auctioned off, and there is one very large, marble statue that's being sold as well.
How much is this stuff selling for on average? What's it looking like? What's the
anywhere from a few hundred gold to a piece of jewelry that supposedly has magical properties that sells for about 10,000.
All right.
All right, I'm going to do a perception check to see if I can just notice anything specific about any of the items being sold that we would want to know about.
Some of the items of jewelry are enchanted, which adds to their price, and they do seem like kind of useful things. Like the ring that sold for a small fortune. That one supposedly makes you more attractive.
I just thought of something though.
Really?
You gonna save up for that, Latera?
No, I mean, I would never need. Why would I? I've got fucking codpiece.
Yeah, you're
thing.
rolling.
I'm fine.
You're rolling around the ladies, right?
That's your.
Yeah.
I just thought of something though. We now have a druid. We could raise this dwarven and have ourselves a Gorby number 5, Gorby Junior number 5. That
you have
is a
any
monster that can kill
idea
our
how
enemies.
much a wyvern eats? So
Do you
instead
know
of
how easy it
bankrupting
would
us,
be to get food with a fucking wyvern?
I don't know, honestly. All I imagine is that I know they spit acid and shit, and I just don't feel like it's the best pet to keep. All right.
Think about all the trouble.
I'm
Think
happy
about
with dogs.
Think
I
about
like
all the
dogs.
trouble the dogs have gotten us into already. Imagine the trouble that the wyvern would get us in.
Yeah.
It would be epic. Fine, sell the fucking thing.
I like that idea. Okay, so
I just think of the adventures we could write about. People would know.
there will be other wyverns. All right, we need you got to sell the first one. You got to sell wyverns to make wyverns. Everybody knows this.
I've never heard that before.
Yeah, no, like where I come from, we say that shit all the time.
I'm going to ask Corbin that as soon as I see him.
Oh yeah, he'll back me up on this.
I'm just saying that place we stayed at was pretty nice. It would be really nice if we could afford to stay at places like that more often.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely.
Well, what's the procedure to...
Yeah, so we will wait until the auction is over then.
Yeah, the auction takes about an hour of you guys just standing around.
Well, we'll sit somewhere. We'll sit. We'll bide our time.
So
Nobody,
find some seats in the back.
nobody raise your hand for anything.
Yeah, don't do that.
I mean, I don't think we have enough gold to even...
That's the
That's
point.
the point. That's the point.
Why would we fall for that?
Oh, no, just
you would be
yeah.
surprised.
I could see one of you trying to bid on this fucking egg.
I wanted
Wait,
Even accidentally.
I was almost gonna make a joke like, why would I raise my hand like this?
You just lose the 50% commission that you had to
Yeah.
pay. You buy it back.
Yeah. There you go. Okay, so
And yeah, after all these items are done selling, many of the upper class people that you see here are just they just leave and sit in the lobby for a while, you know, talking, eating food that's brought to them by servants, and just generally behaving like high class douchebags.
all right
Go
then.
up and quiet those dogs down out there.
God damn, is that your dog outside trying to tell you that he wants back in?
No, it's my dog in the house saying that he wants to do something else.
Daddy,
Play
put
with
down the
me.
dice and love me.
Wipe that fucking party already and take me outside so I can shit.
Basically, somebody let him out.
Okay, so should we douche it up with anybody around here, guys? Like,
First things first, you gotta talk to that auction master.
Yeah,
and get this
I want to
thing
get. I
on.
want to get this thing.
Oh,
I want to get
okay.
this thing on
Well,
auction, and while it's on
Yeah, yeah,
auction, then we can go around and say, "Hey, you hear about this wyvern egg?" You know?
yeah, right? Like, fucking, like, hype it up. Like, man, have you heard about this thing? I hear it. It's got 3 wyverns in it. The first triple wyvern ever.
Oh, maybe you
Uh,
should tell him it's a dragon egg.
The auction master is still standing on the stage.
All right, I'll approach him.
You make your way down the mostly empty auditorium and to the stage.
All right, I will approach him and say, "Good man, I just wanted to take a moment of your time. We have a item we'd like to possibly get on auction, and would like to speak to you about it if possible."
What do you have for us?
It is a live wyvern egg.
Truly, allow me to inspect it.
Surely, and I'll
What if it's just
usher
like an
forward
fucking
Latero.
skull?
My man here, my man here will bring it to you.
I just carry it over.
I love this image of Father Slick carrying this egg that is basically as large as he is.
Right? Isn't it great?
You carry the egg and you place it on a small pillow, which he has designated that you place it upon.
Designated pillow. I like it.
And he immediately takes out a magnifying glass and a few different small tools, like a hammer and some other things, and he begins checking it. He looks it over very closely, and then he taps it a few times with the hammer, very, very, very lightly, as to not damage it. It would appear that you have a legitimate piece here. What
Yes.
are you looking to do with it? Do you want to pawn it, or are you trying to auction it, or?
Oh, we would like to auction it.
Yeah. You say the words. Yeah, right.
Of
we would
course.
like to
We can fit you in 2.5 months from now. Does that sound good?
2.5 months. This is a bit of a time. I'm kind of afraid that the wyvern might hatch between now and then, and would kind of lower its value or increase it. It kind of depends on the situation, but that seems a bit of a long time. Would there be any option maybe to possibly sell this to you, to have you auction it later at a bit of a markup on your end?
You may pawn it, yes.
All right. So, how much would you be interested in buying this for?
I can give you possibly 50 gold pieces for this
50?
item.
Well,
What?
How much do you think you would be auctioning it for? I mean, I understand you're gonna have
I'm
markups
afraid
and you're gonna make a profit.
Yes,
but
we have to make a substantial margin to make up for the space that it takes and the special care that it will need to receive while in storage, naturally.
Inside
obviously,
check.
obviously.
I'm inside checking what the fuck he's talking about. He sounds like he's
Seriously,
shitting.
insight.
He's bullshitting us right now.
Inside the check. Yeah, I'm inside checking this motherfucker too.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
He's Rick Harrisoning the fuck out of you.
yeah, I know. I could tell.
Uh huh. Okay.
You can just tell by the way he's saying it. So, well,
Mhm.
the thing is, I think we'd probably have better luck maybe raising it and then selling it as it's a live wyvern at some point in the future. Then I don't know if 50 gold is really gonna cut it. I think we would want to have a much better deal than that, and I like to use persuasion on that with advantage.
Yeah, add like 4 zeros to that motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll use your inspiration if you need it.
I can understand, but I do need to make a profit here, of course.
I
For the
understand
house.
making a profit, but I really think that we can do it better than 50 gold.
I could perhaps give you 100 gold pieces.
See, I'm having a hard time with that. I don't think that that's nearly kind of worth it for us to sell it. Then I think we'd be better off either auctioning it out in 2.5 months, or going somewhere else and just selling it outright to someone who's more willing to pay a better price for it. Trying to find
someone
a
who's not
collector
trying
ourselves.
to fuck us.
He pointedly ignores Leitero.
Mhm. So I guess we'll just be taking this and moving on our way. So I appreciate
Understandable,
talking
sir.
to us, and
Corbin Jr. the 6th will be born.
hopefully
No.
everything goes well for you in your future endeavors.
Do you have any items of interest in the future? Please do not hesitate to contact us here
No.
at the House of Splendors.
Mhm. And I'll start leaving.
Right, you walk out
And take the egg with us.
Indeed.
and take the egg with.
So he doesn't even try and come after us or
I
try
know,
to get a.
I know,
He
I
doesn't
know you
bother.
were
He
disappointed,
doesn't
gang.
bother.
But listen,
Okay.
Leitero, imagine you flying on Corbin number. Is it number 5 or number 6 now?
I don't even
Isn't it
fucking
Gor-
know. No,
Is it
it's got to be
Gorby number-
5 because 4 is Gorby's sword now.
Oh yes, okay, all right. So we're gonna have a Warven who has a sword for a brother and 2 dogs. It'll be very confused,
no,
but it'll be
no.
happy with a family.
I
You
feel
will
like
ride
we
on
should
it
have
and fly.
offered up a starting price. You know,
You will
started
be
at
able
like
to ride it and
10,000 gold, and then worked them down or something.
You'll be able to ride
Yeah.
and fly on it and command it from the sky. We'll have our own.
I
Just
am
like
not
Pawn
even
Stars,
listening.
like you go in looking for 8,000 gold, they bring in an expert which says it's worth 10,000, and they offer you 50,
Hmm. Yeah, exactly.
and then you
You
haggle
know-
them up to 50 gold and 50 silver.
I guess.
What's more epic than
Yeah, I
riding
just-
on a fucking flying scorpion-tailed, acid-breathing animal? Wait,
Riding on a
what?
dragon.
See, I feel like you weren't here for the acid part of that.
Yes, but so we could turn the acid around on them.
Yeah, but I
Our
mean,
acid.
it's real volatile stuff. Acid, just saying.
It could be our acid.
No,
Great acid.
no.
And then you could
I've-
get vials of that shit and throw it on people's faces that you didn't like. Like, how are you
Yeah,
not?
that's-
How are you not
that's
signed
really
up for
good.
this already?
And like in my brain, I'm just like imagining Varlin covered in acid. I'm like, yeah, no, that's good. That's really good thinking.
yeah, see, I'm getting. See, I knew I'd be able to persuade you into this. Like, come on now.
But no, there's got to be another way we can.
There's only one true way, and that is having a Gorbin number
Okay,
5 that
so these
breathes
these
acid.
douchebags in the area.
Well, Bill,
I
I'm
believe
kind of
we should-
surprised. I'm kind of surprised that a persuasion check of 26 didn't get him to want to, come up a little bit higher.
He
than
doubled
that.
his offer.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We just
but
we needed to
no.
we needed to come out we needed to come out the gate stronger. I feel like
Yeah.
we
I agree.
Who's in
Yes,
the car
that's-
with me?
So
Chip!
so we've already walked away from
Gorbin,
that.
Gorbin, quick question. Do you ever heard anyone
not
say
with
you need
us.
to I mean I thought we just walked
No,
outside.
no. I want to
We're
talk
not
to the
yet.
people around here, the rich douchey people, and see if I can find someone interested in this thing.
I'm just
Um,
like, shit, Corbin, you know that they're fucking this up, right?
Oh, absolutely.
I'm just gonna walk back outside. I'm done talking. I think we're just gonna get fucked.
No.
Lonnie
so-
doesn't
so-
want to hobnob with the aristocrats.
Right? That's like driving me
I just
crazy.
know
Or
they're
maybe
gonna fucking-
maybe he
we
wants
already-
to, but he doesn't want to do it when I'm in proximity. That I could understand.
You're gonna fuck it up.
Cramping his style.
Hmm. So I talked to Layla and I'm like, all right. So this has gone cold, but maybe someone
Yeah.
here, they might know something.
I think we're gonna have
They might
better
know
luck
people.
trying to find a collector directly and cutting out because they're trying
Yeah.
to take a huge chunk of all the
Yeah,
profits.
no, I told you they were gonna try and fuck us, and man, he was like
was
all
hard.
the way up to the elbow on us. I know
I
it was
know.
terrible. Okay, so I'm looking around.
So should I just start
Yeah,
yelling?
like, what should we look
Wyvern
for?
egg for sale! Get your wyvern egg!
Oh, no, Jesus Christ, no. Jesus. Let's see. I think we should look for. Actually, I just want to do a perception check and see if there's anyone around who I'll start with a perception check first. All right, so
Okay.
I'm looking for someone who the fanciest looking people, basically.
Okay. You do find some fancy dancy looking people.
All right.
Just thought occurred to me.
Are they just like talking to each other, or?
Yeah, they're talking to each other and sitting around drinking what seems to be tea.
Before we go any
it-
further,
can I, like-
do,
Yeah. What?
I do have a thing. Wouldn't it maybe make sense to provide a gift to the king as we meet him?
No,
you
no. I don't think that's a good idea.
All right.
Not the perfect.
I like he might just want it destroyed or something. He's like, oh boy, a wyvern to fly around and fuck with my peasants. That's just what I needed, shitheads. Yeah, but that's how I see that going down. I'd like to try and eavesdrop on the conversation those people are having.
Okay, go ahead. Make whatever roll you feel appropriate. Okay, yeah, you eavesdrop in their conversation. Right now, they're talking about the price of some paintings that they want to purchase.
Okay. So at this point, I'm like approaching them. basically.
Before you, I'm gonna pull you
What-
aside
what-
before you approach him.
Okay, yeah, and I'm like, wait, hey.
Let
Man.
me try something, and I will cast detect thoughts.
Alright.
I will not be doing any deep
Will
investigation.
people notice that? Okay,
No.
wait.
So
would
if
like
I
to
do
an
light,
intelligence check, real quick, like I would like to do an intelligence check to see if maybe this auction place has like an anti-magic ward. Because if I had an auction place, I wouldn't want people casting fucking magic all over the place.
true.
Okay. It does seem like there's warding spells in place. It would make sense.
Yeah, so I'm like maybe don't do that.
All right.
You see him start waggling his fingers. You just grab them. Nope.
Yeah. Like hold that thought.
Also, unless you make like a conscious attempt to like a roll to hide that you're casting a spell, people will always notice you casting something.
Yeah, casting spells is very obvious.
Yeah, but I
like
can always- I
chanting
can
in
walk into a-
tongues and then making noise and waggling your fingers. And
I mean, you could like cast it
Purple dust.
outside in a fucking alleyway and then walk
Yeah.
in. But again, I assume this area is like warded all the fuck. So I would just like to approach them. Let me think what I'm gonna say. So yeah, I just like walk out to them and I'm like, yeah, paintings, boy, walls, love walls, love to put things on walls, definitely.
Before you can approach them, their armed guards stop you.
Really? You didn't say nothing about no fucking guards.
You didn't ask about them.
I suppose I didn't. Perception at 21, didn't see the fucking guards. Really? You
You
killing
didn't
me?
see guards, but you just didn't like note them.
Okay, fine.
You didn't perceive the threat. You perceived they were there.
No.
Yeah.
I was looking at like the V cut on one chick's dress or some shit, and I was like, yeah, that's good. So I'm like, excuse me, sir, I would like to talk to these people.
He kind of like looks towards them, and they're just continuing talking, and he like turns back to you awkwardly. What do you need with them, sir?
Oh, well, you see, we happen to fall in a lot of the similar circles, and I was going to ask their expertise on a very particular high-price item that I have.
I'm afraid I don't recognize you, sir.
It's understandable. People tell me I look like everybody, but I'm sure, they would be more than happy to talk to me. Persuasion? I'll do persuasion. Here we go.
Yeah.
This is always fun. With advantage, though. Clothes. Nice. Love it.
This is gonna work out really well.
God damn.
He kind of like looks back towards the nobles again, and then says, "One moment, sir. I'll ask."
Excellent.
And he approaches their seats while the other guard watches you warily, and waits for a lull in their conversation, then points to you and says a few words to them.
And I like wave.
Right, you wave back, and the lady raises her eyebrow at you, but the man nods to the guard, and the guard returns. Yes, you may speak to them.
Fantastic.
I suppose.
Turns out to be the king and queen.
Yeah, God, no. So I approach
the
them.
guards stand aside to allow you to pass. Nobody else, just you.
All right. So I approach them, and I'm like, thank you so much for granting me this audience. You might be the only people who can help me in this whole city.
What do you need from us?
I say I'm looking for people interested in collecting very high quality items. That's why I came to the auction house in the first place. I'm looking for someone who might have a particular penchant for rare and exquisite animals. Mythical
I assume
beasts.
it has something to do with that egg that you are carrying, yes?
Yes, you would be quite right. I knew you were sharp. I knew I had the right idea. This is a completely intact wyvern egg.
And you see the woman like whispering in what you assume is probably her husband at this point's ear. And he lets out a little like high class laugh. You know, that like the haughty poor people. I like that.
Mm-hmm. Right. And
And he says, well, I'm not sure. You have some kind of certificate of authenticity, yes? Yes?
Come on, buddy. Come on. Yeah, no. I went in there with both my fists into the wyvern's vag and pulled out the ticket. No, I took this egg from the mother after I slayed it, sir.
Truly, quite a
Yes.
interesting tale for one of your. And he
Say
chooses
it.
his
Go
words
ahead.
carefully.
Go ahead. I know. I'm just like staring him right in the face. I'm like, yeah. One
Your
of my what? I love to hear it.
Your appearance, you seem quite unused to the ways of fighting and more accustomed to the courtroom.
That, sir, is just how good I am.
You
You
perhaps
see,
a jester?
What? Oh. But no, sir. I just happen to know how to switch costumes as needed, you see.
Yes. I grow bored of you. Please leave.
Nothing? Really, sir? Come on. You're the only person here who can help me.
I doubt I am the only person who can help you. There are many other people adept with a knife.
What?
Yes, your nose could use some help.
Oh, okay. I see. I didn't catch your name, sir.
Oh, and I'm quite glad that you didn't.
Mm-hmm.
Hate to see your tongue try to work it out.
Oh, is that right? I'm sure your wife would love to see it. And I go,
She suppresses
in
a
her
giggle,
direction.
but he seems quite upset by it. Truly, knave, you would stoop to such lows.
I mean, I'm already down here, sir. Believe me, I've seen many lows.
And she laughs at that again. And he like motions to his guards, and they seem halfway through, like they're about to give you the good old stab when she stops them.
Okay.
Please, young sir, please leave before anything brash goes on. And she gives her husband the pointed look.
Okay. So she's wearing the pants. I see. All right. You know what? Yeah. I'll just I'll see y'all later. Okay. And I give her a wink, and we are out.
I thought we were gonna find out how acidic the yolk was when he dropped it on his head.
So yeah. So I get back to Layla, and I'm like, yeah, it's a dead end.
These people.
Right? the worst.
Do we want to try another group of people, or?
1 second. I wanna go back to the auction master. And is he still on the stage?
Yeah, he's still on the stage.
Can he see the group of people we were just talking to?
No, he can't. They're different rooms.
Shit. Okay. Are there people with armed guards other than those people sitting over there?
But yeah, there's a few.
Shit.
But not everyone.
What was the man wearing?
What?
What color was his suit or something? You know?
Oh, it was blue.
It was a blue suit, armed guards. All right. So I approached the guy and I asked him if he wouldn't happen to have the name of the gentleman in the other room. He had a bunch of armed guards and he was in a blue suit. He wouldn't happen to know his name, would he?
You don't know Lord Wexellum?
I'm afraid I do not, sir.
Well, there you have it. Wexellum is one of the largest houses in the city. I'm surprised you were unaware of their presence.
No, I guess we don't share the same circles, if you can believe it. What exactly does his house, like, are they merchants, or are they... what is their deal?
Primarily a merchant house, yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Thank you so much for that information. I'm sorry to be a pest.
Of course, no problem, sir.
All right. So I walk away. It was Wexel. How do you spell it? Could you type? Oh, you already did. Thanks. All right. Let me write that down real quick. Like,
well, I came really close to getting that right.
Because we're probably on a shit list, right? So I turn to Layla and I'm like, I am out of ideas.
Just a name for Gorby.
I was gonna
Nighttime
say,
Gorby.
I'm saying to Corbin, you know, I hope that Father Slick is the one handling the business in there. I just don't feel right about this, though.
Oh, I've got complete faith here
I've come outside by now because, like I said, I left, and I'm like, Corbin, have you ever heard anyone say you have to sell Warvens to make Warvens? Who the fuck says that?
Hi, Lonnie. I mean, it just makes sense, right?
Damn it! God damn it! It's like you two have a fucking psychic link or some shit.
So are we?
You shouldn't be selling or making any wyverns. Wyverns are their own. They aren't to be bought and sold.
Talon. I mean, one of you have to be on my side here. Like, what if we had our own Warven? You know, Gorbin number 5. We could even put it on his side. Gorbin number 5.
His choice.
I mean, having another animal with us, I feel like we do good with the animals, right? And now we have a druid. I mean,
after witnessing.
Wait a second, Don. Everybody knows animals can't make choices.
They absolutely can. How many animals have we spoken to on our journeys?
I mean, you've
You've
only been with us for a few days, but he's absolutely right. We talk to rats and shit, like.
I mean, honestly, I just assume that you guys are insane.
And I also would love to hear what a Warven has to say, like hear its view on the world. That's some shit I could write about. Like,
I've been indulging Father Slick this entire time. I just assumed like it was Miris talking to him.
No, you fool.
I'm happy to hear you at least have some reservations about some of the things he does. That is at least a good sign. Because I was starting to be concerned. Deeply concerned.
I mean, everybody knows animals can't talk, so obviously they can't think and they can't make choices.
It's just, wait, do you not understand how magic works?
Absolutely not. It is bizarre, and
I see.
Frankly, I'm not even sure that I believe it exists.
So what you're saying is
it exists.
You don't think it exists, so then I didn't do anything wrong to you in front of that house the other day.
You touched me.
I didn't touch you.
And when people touch Gorby, when Gorby doesn't say they can touch him,
I did not touch you. Nothing like that happened.
Lana, you should probably stop bringing it up.
I don't want to read about it.
Right? Like, why would you even fucking go there? He already forgave you, and you're like, no, let's dig this shit back up and scrutinize it.
So we're good then, right?
Keep poking the bear.
Yeah, I should definitely keep considering that event.
Okay, so I assume Leolar has no ideas for what we should be doing?
So do we want to try one more person that we see?
Yeah, I think you should
let me give a shot at him.
Yeah. I'm just thinking.
So I'll do a perception, see if I can find anybody who looks like they might be inclined to make some side deals at this location. So
Okay.
Perception. Here he goes.
You don't see anybody who you think would be a good fit for what you're looking for. There's no like retainers of anybody or like shady looking people here.
So this was the only. Those people were the only house, basically the highfalutin house that was there. Everybody else is pretty much just milling around. So
yeah, but see,
no, a lot of other
here's-
people are standing around talking and such as well. They're the only ones that have like their own little platform with like servants bringing them food and shit.
Right. That we're not gonna, but obviously, like, we're not gonna be dealing with fucking low tier merchants. This is a serious item here.
Right.
So here's the deal. We've gone high. Now it's time to go low. All right. Because, like you said, shady people. Right. We need shady people, and that's where Gorbin comes in.
Yep. Corbin needs to have some chats.
Oh
Right,
boy,
so-
can do.
So we go outside, and I'm like, yeah, go up. These people, they're not buying what we're selling.
What are you
quite
talking about? We're
literally,
not rich
actually.
now?
Your senses?
No.
We're not going to try and give this thing away.
You
No.
know, if I was like, I don't know how many of these get rich quick schemes we can go through before I start like losing the faith.
Go up, please. They wanted 2 months wait on the auction. You want to sit around here for 2 months to sell a fucking egg?
No, unless
Yeah,
they're
I-
providing rooms, then yes.
I don't think that would be up there. He also wanted to give us a whole 100 gold for it. He was trying to fuck us good, Gorb, I'm telling you.
Yeah, that seems
But-
way too low.
So here's the deal, Gorb. Like, these guys aren't going to take us serious. We need serious people for serious business.
What we
Don't
really
you
need
agree?
to do first is get someone to appraise this. So we know what we
Literally
should be
nobody
asking
was
for.
talking to you.
We
Anyway,
need to know what we should be asking for, so we have more
Anyway.
confidence in our sale.
Yeah, oh yeah, let me just look it up in the fucking blue book, right? Wyvern egg. Oh, there you go. 200,000 gold. Oh, well,
That's
the
my
fuck is
praise.
done. Way to go, Lonnie.
Did you?
So go
It's a living
What
creature.
the fuck
it
is a
can't
blue
be
book? By the way, what
appraised.
the fuck is? What are you talking about? Is there a blue book with all the prices?
No, yeah,
Because
that's
if there is, then why didn't we go and find that
I
first?
am so done talking to him. Listen, Gorb, can you use your thieves' knowledge to find some people who might have information, Gorb? That's what we need. What do you think?
Yeah, I could probably do something like that.
I believe in you, Gorb. I know you're smart.
Should we take care of the king's thing first, then?
I mean, do you really want to be carrying around this egg the whole time?
I mean, not really, but
Yeah, I
Do
kind of
we
think we
want
want to
to-
take care of the Kings thing because we may be getting a job out of it.
getting what? You cut out.
We may be getting a job out of it.
Yeah.
Right, and I understand that, but I assume it'll be a job that might not be in the city, and I feel like we should lock this down real quick, like, because we're carrying this thing around. It's a big old fucking target on us, the way I see it. It's, like, we've flashed it around quite a bit now. People fucking know we have it, and I feel like the sooner we dump it, the better.
A city this big has probably got a zoo, right?
I also had that thought, but they probably wouldn't buy it off us. They just want
Right.
to, like,
But
donate
we
it or
could
some shit.
probably find out who would buy it from those people. Like they might know like where the exotic animal owners are at.
I also had that thought, but that's if they have a zoo. I can't imagine they had zoos a whole lot back then, you know?
Plus, the zoo people would probably
Back
be very
then,
upset
now.
about that. And
Oh, they
wouldn't
loved
help.
their menageries back then. I mean, they're more of a private thing. Maybe there's not a
Right,
public
private.
menagerie.
Oh, I know all about Menagerie Trois.
No, oh, Jesus.
Come on now. That's,
That was a stretch.
that was well. I mean, he's talking about
Don't
fucking.
hurt
a
your
bunch of
back
animals,
on
isn't he?
that.
Like,
Yeah, Rook. Nobody wants to know what you do when you're a mouse.
Yeah, like, nobody. Please, God.
I mean, that's
You know
probably why
that
they do
rodents have
travel
the
in
largest
packs all the
testicle to
time.
body mass ratio.
Oh, God, I wish I didn't now. Okay, I like your idea, Gorb. How are we going to go about finding such a person?
That's a good question. I could
I'm
try
telling ya.
asking in the underbelly, but I would have thought like somebody in this auction house would know where the fancy exotic animals owners are at.
I asked Gorb, they're all a bunch of snooty bastards.
Oh my god, all of them?
Yeah, I know, right? I was shocked too. You think there's one good person in the city, but no. Everyone in there was just, oh god, they were the worst.
Maybe I don't want to get rich. I don't want to become a snooty bastard.
God, well, I do, Gorb.
Oh.
It's
But I do
amazing,
hate
Gorb.
stuff.
You
And
just
you would
you
go
just
to
look
such
down on
lengths
people.
as to destroy such a living wonder.
Nobody's talking about destroying it. It's more likely
May
to
as
die in the
well.
wild, isn't it?
We're looking to give it a
you
good home
killed
run.
one. Who gives a shit? Did you not kill one? Huh? You were there. We killed one because it got too big, it caused problems for people, and it had to be put down.
Because no one was there
Well, I
to
was-
train it and teach it how to live and be a
It's
good
not like
one.
I wanted to rush to kill it, but it was or me at that time.
Look, sometimes you just got to make a choice. It's either the cows or the wyverns. We chose cows, all right?
Yeah, I chose milk.
And now
we
this
are
time
staying-
we could choose to raise a wyvern and do whatever the fuck we want with it. And just
I
make
still feel
Helen
like-
stays away from it, apparently, because he does strange things with animals.
Yeah, really.
I think it would put a
strange things.
cramp on us trying to find some adventure and experience around. So.
Yeah, like
Well,
when it's
then
younger,
tells me
especially.
That you're just not
yeah,
being
but then it's gonna
imaginative.
put the opposite of a hamper and make us fucking gods. Well, not gods, but you know what I'm saying. We're gonna have a
And
fucking-
what do we do when it runs around eating cows? Then we got to put it down. That's just.
by then we'll be so
No.
wealthy we'll
I
be able to
don't-
pay for
That-
cows.
it's free.
I don't want to have an old Yeller moment.
Oh,
Exactly. So, Gorb, what do you think?
God, I don't know. Like just walking into a I mean, just talking to the underground is not really easy. I just walk in and say, "Hey, where's the exotic animal?" And I don't know.
I understand, Gorb, but I mean, you're crafty and you got that charisma. You're older and wiser now too. I'm
This
sure
is
you can pull
true.
this off.
You're going to
I
want
am
to get
very
acclimated to a group of individuals.
Yeah, you might make connections. He's right. Yeah.
This is something you're going to have to do eventually anyway, I would think, or you'd want to do.
Well, that's why I want to kind of hold off on it, because I think the connection's going to get made like after we meet the king. So I don't want to
I hadn't even thought about. We could ask the
I-
advisor.
yeah, I don't
we could
want
just
a
ask him.
pre-connection. Yeah, can't we just fucking ask the king? Hey, where's the exotic animal owners?
Yeah, Gorb, you're genius.
Yeah,
That's exactly what we should do.
I always knew it.
if there is somebody I could trust, it would be a king to treat it right.
What?
Yeah, I don't
Have you
know
ever
about
met a
that.
king?
Yeah, I don't know about that, but well, I mean, what the?
I
what
mean,
do we
other
have
than the
to
king
lose?
of rats, right?
I mean, if we have a good meeting with him, we might as well ask. You know, if things are on the level, we might ask who
I
we
agree.
might be able
I
to
agree.
sell to.
Yeah.
I wonder if the city has like some fancy gardens that are tended by druids.
There you go. Now, there's another question we should ask.
You know, there's got to be a nice park in here. And this,
Or maybe he has
the
like
city
a
is
grand druid on his court or some shit. Like
He
they.
has a
What
grand
was that?
wizard.
What was that guy in World of Warcraft? The fucking Oh, I can't remember his fucking name.
Malfurion.
No. Maybe it was Medivh. I think it was Medivh. Yeah, maybe that was the guy.
You're not a
Anyways,
druid.
He turned into a crow.
he turns into a crow though, so it's like the same fight. He wears feathers. How is that not a druid?
He's not. She.
I don't know. I'm
Just
just
because
asking.
They
It's an
do
innocent
something
question,
like.
okay? I'm just saying, Chip. If it walks like a
Look.
duck and it turns into a fucking crow,
With a king this size, every faction is going to have representatives that are trying to get to the king's ear, including the druids. They're going to have some people here who are trying to talk to the king, make sure that their people are taken care of and protected.
yeah. If nothing else, I think we should head towards the king.
King time.
Yep, I say we
You're
head on, do what we got to do.
Yeah. So, I.
Let's-
Can we discern which direction it is to the palace since it's a fucking mountain?
Easily, yeah, you can see it.
Okay.
That's right.
Then we
yes,
start
the
heading
keep is-
towards the main gate for the keep or whatever.
And it's about halfway through. Do you guys want to take a 10-minute?
I was
5
just about to
minutes- 5
suggest
minutes or
that.
something.
Yeah, that'd be a great idea.
Get into
Okay,
my
okay.
clothing.
So what exactly are you doing?
AFK for 5 is what we're doing.
Okay.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
All right, I'm back.
That's 3 of us.
I'm here.
The bros are here. Just waiting on Riz.
Riz with a fistful of piz.
That'd be kind of weird.
What?
Yeah, I don't know where you're going with that.
To hell. Maybe.
Mm.
Is everyone else here?
Is Ryan
I
here?
think so.
Herb?
All right, then we're all set.
Is Ryan here? Yeah, I think so. Says Ryan.
Yeah.
So I'd been here the whole time.
Do I know Ben Kenobi? He's me.
So, we're headed towards the gates then.
We're off to see the wizard, or the king.
The King Wizard.
Oh boy.
We're bringing Toto with us. That you know.
Don't call me that.
Alright, so you make your way towards the base of the mountain. As you know, that's where you need to go. And before long, you reach it, though there's no way your cart is going to be able to fit up one of those water elevators.
I assume that the palace has some
water
stables
elevator.
for
Yeah.
guests that come to see the king.
They do, in fact. There's
A
a
guarded area, perhaps.
stable at the base. It's well guarded. All of
Good,
the
good.
elevators are well guarded, in fact. There is a large military barracks right next to them.
Fantastic. So, we'll approach the guards and look to be guarding the entrance. Say hi.
Halt.
Hello.
State your business.
Here to
We're
see the
here to
king.
see the king? Yeah, I hand Gorb the letter.
And I hand the letter to the guard.
The guard looks at it for a moment, and then speaks to you. You're expected. Please head on up.
Oh my. You'll who takes care of our belongings here? This wagon and horses and dogs.
A few guards come and take everything.
Okay.
Okay, and will the dog like? Do we have to tie the dogs up or something? Because they're like mischievous as fuck.
The dogs are coming with you.
Oh, they're going with us. They'll allow that?
Keep an eye on 'em. Good dog.
They're allowed to. They don't stop them.
Okay.
Maybe tell the dogs to be on their best behavior or something. I don't know. Give them a treat. Dude, we can't have them ruining this.
Yeah, I don't
Part
think.
of me just wants to. Part of me wants to tie them to the fucking cart.
I don't think Litero's ever actually talked to the dogs. Oh yeah, we have.
What?
Actually,
Yeah,
we have. Yeah, we
What?
have.
Many
A
times.
bunch of
like,
times. The
3
fuck?
times.
My mind's shot. Never mind.
Are you sure? Wait.
It's
Are
I'm
you
old.
actually? Are you
I am
actually
old.
Ryan? Are you actually Ryan? Or are you a fucking doppelganger?
No, I'm just old. I'm over 50.
You tell
Give
that
me a
the
minute.
fucking Queen Doppelpopolis, doppelganger.
Doppelpopolis? You think that's Greek?
Greek
Probably.
so hot.
Score me.
Yeah, can we just like tie the dogs up? I think that's the better thing to do. I don't want them pissing on carpets and shit.
And dogs don't
Yeah, you
exactly
can.
make us look more.
The king might like dogs. Might find
And
it
he might hate
endearing.
dogs. I feel like it is a gamble that we shouldn't
Coin
take.
toss. Coin
And
toss.
set aside a bowl of water for them as well.
Yeah, you feel free to do that. So yeah, we get like some rope and we tie the dogs to the cart.
Okay.
Actually, I look at Gob and I'm like, you're good at knots and survival shit, Gob. I think you should do it.
I shall tie up the dogs in the wagon.
Dogs don't seem too pleased. They're whining and barking at you.
Oh, it's okay, buddies. Hold on a second.
Give them treats.
It's all right. We'll be right back, and I give them some treats and a little animal handling.
They fuck.
The
They
dogs
gotta
whine
bite
and
you.
seem sad. In fact, one of them just lays down and looks up at you and whimpers.
Oh, what
shit.
the fuck? No.
Now we got to take them.
Guys, I'm sorry. I'm not going to be able to come with you. I got to stay with the dogs.
God damn it, Gob. What have you done? I
Look at
would
them,
like to
they're
try
so
my
sad.
hand at handling of animals then.
The guard approaches you and says,
Boom.
"You know, you could probably just take them on up. The palace is so big that the king will never notice."
I understand that, sir, but we're gonna be meeting the king, and we can't bring him to dinner. I mean, I just don't know if that's a good idea.
The king
Like
brings
the-
his dog
okay,
to
like-
dinner all the time.
Does he?
We just want to be
Damn, I blew a
respectful
fucking-
of the
I
king.
blew
If
a
this is something
20 on
that you
that
say,
shit, dude.
is this something you say is okay, then yeah, we'll go ahead
then
and
that's
go.
how you
But
know that the
we just want to make
dogs
sure
are
we're
their best
being
behavior.
respectful.
I feel like he wants us to bring the dog, so fine, we'll bring the dogs. We bring them.
Yay.
And you do a good job handling them.
Yeah, there's my fucking role, right? I'm like, you guys
Mhm.
be on your best
Exactly.
behavior, you little shits.
You let the dogs off their leashes, and you give them the whole like, you're on your best behavior. You know, no shitting on the carpet, no like chewing on the king's hand, nothing like that.
Yeah, that'd be bad.
But they sit there attentively, and they kind of like dog nod, if you know what I
Mhm.
mean.
Mhm.
And they're on their best behavior. They follow along right behind you. They're healing right now.
Excellent. Excellent. Good.
Good doggos.
I say it's nice to see the city respects its animals as well.
Yeah, they respect you a lot.
Wait, that's not even an insult for him because he is a fucking
yeah, he is
animal.
literally a fucking weremouse.
Precisely.
Like, what the fuck?
Fuck.
Okay, so we go up
Gotta
the
check
elevator.
yourself before you Shrek yourself.
The guards mess around with the elevator, and shortly you are on your way up.
Oh boy, what black magic runs this machinery?
Did we see Jon
It could
Snow
be.
around?
It could be white magic.
Luckily
Don't
for
be
you,
fucking racist. It could be
Even
white
though the
magic.
elevator shutters about halfway up, the guards do some shouting down below, and it heads back up immediately.
And
my
also
the
my guy's
number
kind of
one
like
campaign
my
I've
guy's
ever had.
sweating a little bit. I'm like, I'm sure that happens every time, right,
I'm not
guys?
exactly happy about this myself.
I'm like holding on to like Gorb's thigh and shit. I go, oh, Gorb, you're so sturdy. I'm sorry, I just noticed.
I'm sturdy like the tree.
Before you know it, you're at the top. You're next to a large garden with some stairs that head up to the entrance of the palace.
So
Either side of you, the river flows down the waterfall that you just came up.
Oh, that's awesome.
Mhm.
Is there anybody like guiding us, or are we just on our own?
You actually don't see any guards here at all. There's nobody.
Yeah, I figured after we got past that point, there wouldn't be any more.
Oh God, they didn't want any witnesses.
I just say
I don't think
It's like the intro of Dishonored.
it's good to be the king.
Oh, I just wanted to point out, I haven't had a moment to mention this yet, but I have removed curse now, so I can remove, I can't remove the curse from your items, but I can remove your attunement to them so you can throw them away if you want. Just throwing it out there.
Well, doesn't Varlin still have one curse?
But we've
I
never
don't
seen
see-
him light
I
on
don't see
fire,
your
so we don't
point.
know he's cursed.
Yeah, like, who cares?
Hey,
We'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
I really feel like playing my flute right now.
No.
I
Like, the three of us will dogpile, because Dylan doesn't know. He has no fucking clue. But the three of us, we know better.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
That's a-
you wouldn't
that's a
hear me
stabbing
down.
right
I
there.
could just turn around, look like I'm in my bag, and all of a sudden I just come back and have
Like, as soon as you,
flute in
well,
hand.
that's just it. As soon as your
And then we
hands go
just-
into your bag, I think
and we
all
just
three of
explode.
us go immediately on edge.
My goodness.
Just all of a
the place
sudden
is so
everything's-
beautiful and serene to be inside of such a bustling metropolis.
Yeah, I guess you shouldn't be so judgmental, huh? City life's not so bad. There's nothing like the convenience
it-
and comfort of
good to-
town, I say.
good to be the king.
True that.
All right, so we should. I mean, I'm gonna make a perception check. What the hell is around me? Ay.
Save it for the combat ship. Like,
Very
that's what you're
little.
doing.
Actually,
Get him out of the way.
you're surrounded by nice trees, a well-kept lawn, and a very, very fine. It seems like the palace is almost entirely marble. Palace looks incredibly rich. The doors, rather than having metal, rather than having like steel bracing for them, it's made out of gold.
One day, Father Slick, this will be us.
One day, we'll get there, but not if we can't sell a goddamn egg.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. All right, well, we shall continue straight. And we are going to continue in what direction appears to be straight into the
I
palace.
assume there's a path, right? Yeah.
With luxurious carpet and everything.
Sorry, I'm just finishing off some.
Cock.
Yeah, all right. So before you know it, you're at the entrance of the castle, or palace, I should say. I keep calling it castle, but it's a palace. And the doors swing open for you when you step close to them.
Whoa, cool. Magic doors.
I am very concerned.
I mean, they might have just had someone see us and signaled them to open the door, but
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
not so
Do you see anybody
I'm
here
not-
opening the doors?
I mean, I'm not
It's
so
safe
sure.
to say that we're being watched.
Step
Yeah.
through the doors, and inside there is a long purple carpet that makes its way down a long hall. Both sides of the hall are lined with golden statues and works of art. Along the ceiling, there's a giant mural as well, made out of gems.
Oh God, do you think they're mad about that keep that burned down?
What? No, go up. Those are bandits.
Yeah.
Such decadence. But why? The real gems are out there in their trees.
Ugh.
That's, okay, now we have this to deal with. All right.
Oh, don't act like you aren't even like half as poetic as that. Actually, he's better at it than you are. You should be ashamed.
Dylan takes a sip of his kale smoothie as you guys walk inside.
Yeah,
Maybe Lonnie could get some training from Dylan.
yeah. So, what are we doing now?
You are now inside of the castle. So, yeah, you're inside the castle. And you notice when this door swings shut behind you that there are actually a pair of servants that,
Oh,
that
shit.
close them and open them.
Oh, thank Miris.
I'm kind of like, oh, what the fuck? Oh, hi there. I mean, could you tell us which way to the king?
They don't say anything. They're just standing by the doors. They don't even
Oh,
notice
like-
you, as a matter of fact.
What the fuck?
Well, they don't appear to. They're ignoring you.
They're trained.
Right, they're like those guards in front of the fucking Queen's house or whatever. And
Yeah.
Well, they are
The
in
Queen's
fact
house.
guards.
I don't fucking know what she
Queen
has.
Buckingham Palace.
Is that the place? Sure, why not?
Yeah, Fuckingham Palace.
Something like that.
Okay.
Buckingham.
Lindsay Buckingham Palace.
Yeah. So
Williams Palace.
so they're ignoring us, and so I get in front of them and I start making fucking faces, see if I can get them to flinch.
No, come, like, yo, stop.
You can roll something for that if you want, but it's not
Yo,
going to
stop.
work.
Performance? Okay, here I go.
They're
Boom.
unamused.
It's like, yeah, I was just,
I, like,
checking.
try to
These guys
pull
are
them
well
along,
trained.
like a
These guys are
mom
well
pulling her
trained.
child along. Like,
Yeah,
"Please,
like,
the
hey,
dogs love us."
he's got me by like the scruff. I'm like, hey, let go, stop.
Yeah, I imagine the well not trained are sitting in a dungeon somewhere.
We're
at the
trying
moment.
to have a
Probably.
good first impression, and that's quite literally the opposite.
I mean, I felt threatened. All right,
He's
I'll
quite
say
good
it.
with animals.
So you
but-
make faces at them? That's what.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Why?
So,
Moving on.
All right, all right.
Yeah, what
All right,
paths do we have
Long purple copy.
available to us?
All
What
right,
pathways do we
Varlin,
have?
you are the hoity-toity amongst us. You lead the way. You know where we're going.
Oh,
right?
that's right. Lonnie, this is your neck of the woods.
This is an extremely extensive hallway with many doors leading off to different sides. At the end, there is a large pair of double doors made out of solid gold. That's quite a distance, actually. You guess probably about 500 to 1,000 feet you're gonna have to walk to get there. This palace is enormous.
Huh?
I wonder if we can get those doors out of here.
Oh God.
Doors.
Gorman's sweating. No.
Yeah, we'll do like some Ocean's 11 shit. Like, yeah, we're the door cleaners. Just gonna take them and go clean them.
Oh man.
I was
You
thinking
just
about
have,
that
like-
when they
like
were talking
somebody,
about
like-
the
Yeah,
bank.
Like somebody
Anybody-
narrating in the background.
Real fast, has anybody watched the show fucking Trailer Park Boys? Because that is literally one of the fucking gags in the show where they go in and they just go into an office and like start taking equipment and they're like, well, what are you doing? It's like, oh, Jim said we're picking it up and they're bringing in new stuff tomorrow, and they just go in and take all their shit and they're like, oh yeah, Jim from accounting, yeah guys, don't worry, Jim cleared this, and they just take all their shit and just walk out. Like, his show's fucking hilarious. They
Cool.
literally just do that. They walk.
But
in like,
that
"Oh, yeah."
aside, what are you guys gonna do?
Walk
Not
towards
steal
the
the fucking
palace?
doors and continue walking down the corridor.
I immediately try to steal the doors.
Roll for door theft.
Is it a strength
What?
check or sleight of hand?
Sleight of hand.
Okay, wait. I have a hard time believing this. It's a long way to walk. You're telling me there's no like magic thing that'll take us there quicker or something?
Escalator.
Like a flying
There's no-
carpet or
there's
some
doesn't
shit?
appear to-
floor. Can we
There
just
doesn't
walk?
appear to be, no.
Keep walking.
Hmm.
Holy shit.
Well, then we walk. Fuck it.
I get it. Your character's got
You
short
walk
legs.
for a few
Too
minutes,
bad.
and you can look at whatever you want while this is going on, but it doesn't seem to change an awful lot. There's lots of paintings,
Blah, blah.
fine things on pedestals,
Not
uh,
to-
the
Not
same
impressed.
statues there were before.
You can ride one of the dogs if you want.
There's a broken sword in a case at one point. A bunch
Oh.
of different things.
Broken. What's the deal with the broken sword? Does it just
There's a
there's no
broken
like
sword
marking
in
on
the
it?
case. No markings as far as you can see.
Can I do a history check to see if I know what the sword is?
Sure.
Yeah.
It used to be Quintus' sword.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's the sword Quintus used to kill the last person who tried to steal from him.
I'm like, hey guys, that's the king's dinner knife, or fucking dinner knife. That's what it is. He cuts his
You
teeth with it.
don't know
Was that true?
what it
you
is, but
so
you
skilled
do
in
see
history.
you see a family crest on the hilt of the sword,
Okay.
but
I'll,
otherwise
roll,
you
I'll
don't.
roll history to see
Not
if I
sure
can figure
about
out what the crest is for. And I don't.
Yeah, you have no idea, actually.
Turns out it's the family crest of the current king, and we've been seeing the symbol everywhere, but nobody.
Why do we care about this
Sword.
fucking thing
Like,
so
man,
much?
I have never fucking heard about a sword being broken before. I didn't
Yeah,
know they could do that.
Yeah, I don't.
You guys
Um,
don't know anything about
I'm
this.
just standing
so-
there
so
on
the
carpet,
seal is-
shrug shoulders,
question,
just
Is it the same seal on the king's note as it is on that thing?
Yes.
Okay. So with that knowledge, I'm like, oh shit! I think it's got the same seal as the letter, you guys. I think this sword belongs to this letter right here.
That's a correct.
Should we give the letter to the sword?
This
Yeah, I don't know.
this is our the highest intelligence in the group. Is it really?
I mean, the letter did tell us to come here.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Please, no, come on, keep walking. We know we're talking to a king, not a fucking piece of not a sword.
Well,
Let's go.
How are you
Alright,
presuming
well,
this might be the king?
Yeah, I mean, just saying.
You don't know. Have you ever met him before?
Varlin starts writing something in his book.
I mean, do you know what he looks like? This might be him.
Yeah, I guess we should keep walking though.
This is just going to be like a work of, I can't believe we made it so far when I had a group of people who wanted to talk to a sword and thought it was a king.
I still say my name is accurate.
Like a Shakespeare story. You think everything's
fail.
metaphorical, but he's being quite literal.
Yeah.
The sword spoke to me. No, like it actually spoke to me. Like it said
some
words.
Shit. It said some
Yeah.
shit.
He was talking shit. Told me my sword was fat.
I prefer the term turgid.
Turgid.
Mm-hmm. Nice turgid sword.
Nice.
All right, I'm gonna go
So-
back to the gold doors. Then.
What? You can go back to them?
Or have we gone through them? I thought we were going towards them.
You went past some other doors and you're going towards a different set of doors.
Yeah. Okay, that's what we're doing. We're going.
Doors.
Yeah, we have not gone to the gold doors at the end of the hallway yet.
You've not visited those doors yet, correct?
I want to put my hands on them.
Too
and
busy
rub
looking
them.
at every trinket that he has lying around.
There's lots of small things lying around. In fact, you see something that's
They're
similar to
attracted by
those
everything shiny.
cubes that you saw before in that
Really?
in that area, but now they're made out of gold and they have gems on the different surfaces.
Ooh.
No kidding.
Leo, no stealing, Leo. Best behavior.
Yeah, I was also gonna say to Varlin, trying to get fucking cursed or lose appendages.
I really
Again.
hope there's nothing laying around in the king's court.
Oh,
that could just
by the
curse
way,
everybody.
roll a-
I'm sure if there is,
Roll a
I'll find
d20
it.
for me, Varlin.
Oh, wait, what?
Yeah, he rolled that history check and I forgot to have him roll something.
Oh god, yeah, good way to go.
Oh, please be a 1. Please be a 1.
Damn it,
15.
not even.
That's close.
Fuck
That's
out of
close.
here. Wait, it was a D20. If I get a 20 or a 1, it's bad?
No,
No,
no.
it's
Oh,
the way
one on
the
actual
algorithms
dice.
work.
The one on the actual dice. I gotcha.
Yeah. So, you fortunately do not catch on fire this time. It'd be a really bad time to catch on fire. And you guys just continue approaching the doors. There are some doors.
Actually,
off
I was
to the
gonna
side
ask. Do we know what the fuck those little cubes are for?
now. No, and you haven't rolled anything to try to find
Yeah,
out.
so I was going to roll intelligence. Is what I'm gonna start with.
General
18.
knowledge doesn't tell you anything about these.
Okay. So there's something specific and special.
They're not magical.
Cubes. Yeah, I don't know what else I would roll.
Investigation. These are small, rounded edged cubes, which have one gem of a different color on each side.
They're companion cubes. My God.
I don't think that's true. So a different gem on each side, and I assume the different gems are different colors.
So they're all different colors.
Weird. And they're just sitting around, like not in a display case or anything.
Not on a display case. They're sitting on pedestals. There's only a few.
Yeah,
There's
there's-
only 2.
Okay. Still, that makes me really nervous. Then.
Hey, Varlo, go pick one of those up for me.
No.
They're sitting on opposite sides of the hall, but in the same place. So it's like they're facing each other.
Oh, God.
I think we should keep moving then.
Would you
Traps.
fools hurry up?
Yeah, check for traps. Real
Yeah,
quick.
What? It's not gonna be. No.
Hey,
I don't
when
think we
I
should do
say
that.
there's not going to be traps, they end up are. So you never know.
As long as we don't
can
touch
walk.
anything, I don't think that matters.
All right.
Who would lay traps at their own doorstep? Oh wait.
As we
Yeah,
pass
yeah,
them,
yeah,
I'll
as long as
duck
it goes
underneath
us-
the line, just in case. Or I'll let everybody else go through first.
I will walk through first.
All right, Lonnie,
Go on
you
through.
first.
All right, I'm leading this then. We're walking in. What do we see?
We're still walking down the hallway. We haven't gotten to the doors yet.
We're walking, we're talking,
Oh.
we're walking.
There are doors off to either side if you want to check any of those.
Nope.
No.
Straight
No.
ahead.
King time.
You continue straight ahead towards the hallway that you saw
So,
before.
when I introduce ourselves, so we are the Slayers of the Bell Trap Bandits and Dwarven alike, or how would we like this?
I don't think we
We just
should,
want to be us some. Us
We're
dickheads who are just-
Quintus's companions. That's what we are.
No.
Alright.
No.
Jesus Christ, no.
What?
We're
What-
just
why
some
not?
guys.
We're just some guys.
You want to attach thousands of years of political stigma to your names?
Why the fuck not? Could it be worse than what we have now?
Autism?
I mean, I would say that the fact that we've defeated some bandits, something that has some kind of weight to it. We've achieved.
Oh, Lonnie,
Good job.
Lonnie,
You're on
I
the level
forgot
of
that you've
town
been
guards
kind of-
now.
Lonnie,
Yeah.
Do you want some kind of award?
Those fucking guards didn't stop.
Guards
those
can kill wyverns? Come on
Look,
now, that's
you-
bullshit.
You've got to know that have been watched since the moment we got into the city. Everybody knows what we're at. They're letting us
Lonnie,
in.
I forgot that you've been kind of in and out of it. We were actually invited here, so we don't need to like announce ourselves as anything. Like they know who we are.
Just like, all right, just fucking come and talk. All right,
Yeah,
there
yeah.
we go.
Let's not
When
gussy
we
it up.
get to the room, they're going to say, "Oh, we've been expecting you," because they know we're here already.
And
We're-
that's when the
we're-
floor drops out from under us and we die in acid.
We're yeah, I think we're acquaintances of Quintus. The Quintuses, if you will.
Maybe.
You know,
Let's
is there
just go.
anywhere that he could hang himself in these halls? Is there something that we could tie a rope?
There's several places you could hang yourself, yeah.
Okay, well, okay.
I'm sure they know
Anyways,
more about
we
us than we
keep
know.
Useful knowledge. More.
We keep walking. We keep walking.
For him, you just need a sturdy bench.
Yeah, pretty much, right?
Ah, anyways, onward. Look forward to seeing what he's calling us
You
for.
continue onward, making your way further and further towards the heart of the palace. And it doesn't take you very long to hit these doors now that you're actually walking rather than stopping and checking stuff every few feet. And these doors once again swing open, and you are in a large hall.
Another large hallway, or like
This
a
hallway
like a
is-
court hall.
Like a court hall.
Gotcha.
This also has doors at the far end, but it splits off in 4 directions with 4 sets of golden doors. You just came through one. But there's 2 other sets of golden doors that are not open, and the one at the far end is open as well.
I expect that we would go to the open doors because they know we're here, and I'm sure that's telling us where to go.
Yep.
That makes sense. I mean, it's best not to just go opening doors. We have no fucking idea what's behind them.
Also true.
You traverse through these extra golden doors, and there is a short, not so much a hallway as it is like a waiting room more than anything else. And there's benches and chairs and other things in here, all of which are finely decorated. Even the benches are like finely carved and inlaid with gold and pearl.
Damn, son.
Everything's very, very fancy. And yeah, the other door at the far end is not open yet.
I say we sit in a chair.
Do we wait?
I will sit in a chair.
Is there a door in this waiting, like another door in
Or
the
like
waiting
a
room?
receptionist?
I feel like we would have been informed to go and wait, like by the guards or something. Like I don't.
This is
If we
this is
were
perfect.
if we were expected, that means they're waiting for us to come through the door. They're not. They're not telling us to go sit in a fucking waiting room.
I
Sit-
think we
here's
could
what we do.
knock.
sit right
Funny.
here
Knock.
because the
Fuck
king's
doors.
probably
Knock.
taking
Doors
care
open,
of some
we walk through.
business.
We don't, and we sit.
I say we sit.
I say we knock.
Well, you knock. I'm sitting.
Yes.
I will knock on the door in this room then, the waiting room door.
What are you guys doing exactly?
Wait,
I'm
is
knocking
waiting-
on the door.
Does the waiting room only have one door into it, and it's just a
No,
room?
there's another door on
One
the
door
other
in,
side.
one door out.
Okay, so yeah, open that door. Just open it.
No,
I'm
Just
gonna
open.
knock. I knock is what I do.
I will be
Uh,
sitting in a chair.
You knock, but there's no response.
I'll open it. Fuck it. Open the door.
It's like so ready for this to be like the brothel. It's like, oh, who's next? Like, oh, what the fuck?
Here we go.
Right. You open the door, Or wait, you try to open the door? You say?
That's what I said.
Okay. It's locked. It's very much locked.
Okay.
Okay, so this is clearly not the way we
all
go. We're not unlocking this. Maybe we need to go a different way.
Yeah, maybe we should go to the main doors then.
Yes, let's go to the door that was directly in front of the going down the path we came from.
Wait a second. Are you telling me that we didn't go down the open pathway?
Like, there
No,
was
we
a door in
did.
front of us
There was
all,
big
right?
fucking doors in front of us, but they were closed, and there was a side door that was open. We went through those.
Okay.
No,
So
the
then
front.
let's-
No. You came into the room. There were 4 different directions. You went to the direction opposite of you, which was the one that was open, and then beyond that is the waiting room, and then beyond that is another pair of doors. And you're
Okay.
waiting at those doors.
All right. So yeah,
Huh.
everybody sit down.
All right, fine. We sit and wait.
Exactly.
You sit around and wait for a few minutes, but you don't sit very long. After a few minutes, the doors swing open, and a man in a long robe walks out and greets you. He is bald and dark-skinned, more tan than like actually very like dark skin, and he has a short black beard.
Greetings, sir. My name is Varlin Nijak. We are coming here for the King's summons.
Yes, we're expecting you.
Oh, wonderful. Then please lead the way.
My name is Abelard Veritas. I am the king's advisor. I'm glad that you received our missive, though you are not who was expected.
Oh,
What do you mean, sir?
One second here. Did I just say his name was? I hope I got his name right.
Apple something.
Avalon.
Oh, yeah, I remember now.
I just put it in chat. Actually, I was like, all right, make a note in chat. Name Avalon.
What chat?
Discord.
Yep, there we go.
Discord.
All right, so
Oh.
he indicates for you to sit if you weren't sitting already.
Mhm.
If you were all sitting, then he just kind of sits down himself. To be frank, our missive was intended for Quintus. You must have retrieved it from him, since I find it unlikely that you stole it, and I find it unlikely that anyone else has saved one of these for this long.
Correct.
Yeah, he gave it to us.
We were just at his vineyard a couple days ago. I forget how long the trip here took.
Probably about a week.
That's what I was thinking. Was a week.
About a
ago.
week ago, we were just at his vineyards.
Excellent, excellent. So, do you know why he gave it to you?
Actually, we don't know exactly why he gave it to us. It was given to us by his guards.
Interesting, interesting. Well,
we inquired,
could
but we
tell
got no
us.
answer. I'm afraid.
anyways, the king will be ready for you shortly. Please be respectful.
Oh,
Absolutely, sir. I was just wondered, what do you mean held on to one for so long? What is this?
We don't send these missives out very often. So you would either have to have retrieved this one from Quintus, or have gotten one that slipped past our hands somehow that was never used. Possibly an invitation of some sort.
Oh, I see. Yes.
Anyways, the king may startle you. Please just act normally if he does.
Oh, sir, I don't think you know what you're asking from us.
We are normal all the time. We are the most normal of people. We're very simple, normal people from the common stock, but also very noble in soul.
Yeah.
We have a wide range in our little party here.
Truly, I know who all of you are. I did do some research before you arrived.
What? Really? People know us?
No, I know you.
Well, how do you know us? If the people have to know us.
I find that unlikely.
Mostly hearsay from the other towns.
Oh shit.
I asked the Inquisition about any information that they had on you, and they were quite helpful.
That could be good or bad.
Yeah, I'm sure it's great.
I'm sure the first line of their missive was, our dashing good looks. Am I right, Father Slick?
Hey yo, that's right. High five, go up.
Yeah,
Boom.
buddy.
I
I would say
really
let
hope
us
that
apologize
would
in
be something
advance,
that it
but
would
I guess
be.
it's too late.
versus the what it was more likely to be.
All right, so let's go see this king guy. Never seen a king.
But we're big fans of kings. Like that's big fan.
Biggest.
Biggest fans of the king.
That's right.
That's you guys.
Yeah.
Please, come along.
All right.
Thank you.
And he indicates through the doors. You walk through, and you're in a very large dining hall with a long table prepared for you. There are 5 spots prepared for you all near the end of the table. There is a throne at the end of the table near you guys, so it looks like you'll all be sitting very close to the king.
Leitero's chair has a booster seat, right?
No, all the chairs are pretty tall, anyways. So, no.
Oh my god.
And there's seats for the dogs too, right? Wouldn't want them
no,
left out.
fortunately, there are no seats for the dogs.
We should have asked him about that.
The dogs, still on their best behavior, are just following you and sitting attentively whenever you aren't doing anything else.
Okay.
Boys.
They are good boys.
They know they're gonna get scraps too.
Dogs are the best people.
Correct.
All right. Well, I'm in full being led mode, so I'm going to keep walking along.
I will take a seat.
Take our seats when we're gestured, right? I assume.
Mhm.
You may sit wherever you like at one of these places. The king will be
Is there
here in a
anyone-
moment. I'm not sure. He should have been here already. Let me check on him.
Ooh, murder mystery.
Anyone already around the
Well,
thing?
see, that's
We're gonna
something
be here
I
when it kicks
expected.
off.
That's what I was afraid of.
Is there
Oh.
anyone else around the table already?
No, just you guys.
Okay.
Good roll.
What?
This would
tell
be
us
the
about
perfect
this
time to pin a
room we're
murder
in.
on you.
Yeah, it would, right?
Is that what a crit
huh.
tells me?
What are you looking at there? Oh, perception.
No, I just wanted to.
Perception. In the room, there is nothing particularly special. There are 2 small doors on either side of the far side of the room, and Abelard leaves out of one of them, and the other one is closed. You can see from here that it's very well secured and probably hasn't been opened in a while, judging by how much dust is resting on the handle.
So we're sitting here by
I
ourselves
was gonna
now?
do an insight check while he was still here, but I'm gonna do one now anyways to see if everything feels like it's on the level.
Well, Gorbin's the one who's been totally like unsure about this, like thinking we're like
Hmm.
heading to our deaths here. So he's making that insight.
Yeah,
you
we're
guys
both really
complete-
good at this.
You both completely believe it.
Leitero is completely, like Gorbin is lost, but Leitero is completely lost.
I look around, I'm
Leitero
like,
is just taken in
"Everything's
by all the
fine."
food and
What
the
the
large,
hell?
the 2 large chandeliers that are
Yeah.
at the top of the room.
Am
And
I,
Are
I'll
also
say-
made out of gold.
am I
I'm
the only
saying,
one that
uh,
feels uncomfortable that we have no idea why we're here, and that one, we're not supposed to be the ones here?
Oh, Lonnie, how I wish you were conscious the past week or so, because I've been saying that this entire time.
Christ,
Look,
guys,
at
what
least
Yeah,
the
but
fuck
the
you
lights
guys
here are
doing?
pretty.
I know.
I'm just saying.
Let me go bring the dog, and he's throwing a fit.
He probably had better insight. than
Everyone
us.
was rolling insight, so I felt like I too should roll
Okay.
insight.
I was going to say, I was just starting to get, some appreciation for this finer taste. It would be rude to deny a free meal.
You don't.
Mhm.
You don't know what's gonna. Yeah, go ahead. Eat whatever.
I was just
Yeah,
getting,
I hope the
I was
meal's
just
good
getting
as
to
it
appreciate
possibly
this life that I was having.
That breakfast we had was amazing this morning. I hope it's as
Yeah,
good
it
as
was
that, right, Dylan?
That was good breakfast.
The best.
Leitero had 2.
Yeah, some other schmuck had a meal he didn't even eat, and man, it was good. I can still taste it.
I don't understand how the smallest one
You
of us ate the
You
most.
taste it every time you belch.
You're gonna turn into a fat little sausage. You know that, right?
Sorry about that. I'm back.
Tell him if
this
he wants,
heavy armor
if
keeps
he
me
wants to
real
know
fit.
what it smelled like, you could belch for him.
Oh, that's nasty.
You know, halflings have like 4 stomachs, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like a cow.
What?
Jesus Christ.
So we're all just sitting here waiting. I'm kind of like kicking my fucking feet because they don't reach the ground.
Right. So
And
what else
I'm
can I give you
just
for that perception?
kind of like clinking.
The statues here are larger than any of the other statues you've seen, and they are not made out of gold. These ones are made out of some unidentifiable material.
What about an intelligence check? Would it tell us what it's made of?
Possibly, yes.
Sir, waiter, can we get some bread? Anything?
These statues are made out of platinum, and you know that they're probably incredibly fucking heavy.
Holy shit!
I want to do a perception check on these statues to see how many points of articulation they have.
Chip off a little bit of here and there.
What do you mean points of articulation?
Do I think
Does it
they
look
would
like they
easily
can-
come to life and stab me?
They do look extremely lifelike, but probably not, no.
Can we chip off
I
a
go,
finger or two?
There are 4 statues. One of an old sage with a staff, one of a man with a sword and a shield, one of a man with a bow, and one of a woman with a wolf.
Looking at the bow guy, is that Quintus?
Yeah.
It's hard to tell. The face is featureless.
Okay, so they're featureless faces. But would a history check tell me if there was a group of adventurers with one guy with a bow, one lady with a wolf kind of deal?
You could look it up, yeah.
12.
You don't know anything about this, no.
So
All
all
right,
I'm
so,
saying,
yeah, from
saying
that
is,
description you gave, pretty sure that this is not the party from the painting that we found in Quintus's room.
Yeah, there was a dwarf there.
Yeah, so there was a lady with a wolf, you said?
Mhm.
Guy with the arrows. Is an elfin guy? Is like their ears? Are their ears?
No. There are no ears.
Really?
See, you'd have to think that these must be like deities or something, because otherwise they'd have like perfect features. Because you'd want to be like, yeah, those heroes from that time. We knew what they looked like.
Yeah, it could be. All right.
I have a bit of a different request. Kind of want to like look into the eyes of this wolf statue, and I'm just trying to get a feel for, is this, am I going into a rat's nest or a viper's pit? Kind of feel. Am I predator or prey in this situation?
What are you talking about?
You're a gnat. You're below notice.
That's exactly where I like to be.
Yeah, right.
so I'll lean over to Corbin and say, look, here's my thinking. If it all goes like tits up and we need to make an escape, let's chip off a little bit of these statues so we can make new names for ourselves and hide like crazy.
We've got the wyvern neck. We'll just sell that.
Yeah, because that's going so well.
It'll happen for us, okay?
So statues aside, if you have nothing else you want to do, you can just wait.
Just waiting.
Yeah, we're just waiting.
You just sit around and wait for a while. You're deciding that is the best course of action. And you eventually are greeted by the door swinging open and 2 men walking in. One is Abelard, and one is an elderly man with a crown and robes and cane. You gather this to be the king. The king slowly walks in, and he coughs as he sits down, and he greets you. Hello, my friends. Welcome to my house.
Do I recognize his?
Thank you for having us.
Hi.
Damn.
Abelard whispers something to the king and then leaves.
Oh.
Welcome. Please relax and enjoy your time here.
Well, thank you very much, Your Highness. It's very, very kind of you to have us for dinner.
Yes, we are humbled to be able to sit at the same table as you.
Of course, of course. I know you not, but Abelard says that you are worthy of my trust, and so you shall have it.
Well, what do you need to trust us with exactly, Your Highness?
I merely wish to confide in you. It has been long since I have had guests here.
We are the best of company, and we are very trustworthy. And secrets never leave our ears.
Secrets don't go. Oh, Jesus Christ, Cobb.
What?
Nothing. Yeah, he's right. Ears.
As you
still wanna
know,
make a joke.
my end draws near. I am sickly and old. I know this.
No, King, you don't look a day over 40.
I receive enough flattering from my advisors and my sycophants. I need not your honeyed words.
Okay.
All right, I can't help it. It just comes out. I'm so sorry.
The king ignores you and continues. Of course, I fear that my death will lead to a conflict of the kingdom. A kingdom which I have worked for more than 60 years to keep stable. Also, something feels wrong, if you know what I mean. The bandits have been quiet. There is no commotion among the upper classes right now, aside from my
You're welcome.
impending death. Everything seems almost too good. Perhaps I am old, but I would like to hear your thoughts of the kingdom. What have you seen?
I slam my fists down and I go, "It's the calm before the storm."
Well, I would have to disagree with that, because what we've seen outside, it seems like there's a lot of people gearing up for a fight.
Yeah, down in the southern regions, we see many of troops moving up and down the roads and whatnot, and goods being transported. Seems like really people are battening down the hatches for a big old fight.
And as far as the bandits go, there have been some activity that has been very disturbing. That's not just normal bandit activity. We're
hunting an acid vampire right now.
What? An acid vampire?
Don't get me started again. I mean, we fought a creature that we don't know what it was, but perhaps I should just regale you with the tale, and I tell him about what we found at the keep, that they were stealing people, etc., etc.
We show him the note.
Partway through, some servants bring you all some food, but the king listens quite attentively to you.
You mentioned that Corbin died and came back to life, or no?
Nah, we're gonna hang on to that one for now.
Plate's barely down before I'm snatching food.
He's gonna think like Gorb's a fucking abomination or something. Yeah, he came back to life, just stood right the fuck up. It was great.
It takes an abomination to hunt abominations.
Perhaps my concern is unwarranted, but have you investigated these matters further?
That's what we were in the middle of doing when we received this summon, Your Highness.
Truly?
Yeah, we figured it would take precedence.
In truth, I was quite eager to speak to Quintus about my wrapping up matters of the state which I have entrusted to him. But that will have to wait. This issue seems more pressing. Did you say that... do you have this note that you received with you?
Yes, it's right here, sir.
May I see it, please?
I hand him the stained note.
Thank you.
Has anybody mentioned what the king's name is yet? Like the advisor and anybody?
The king is Varlag Aventus. You know this
Varlag?
already.
I knew that. I totally.
Yeah. I think we wrote it down somewhere.
Wait, Varlag Aventus.
The merchant told us.
What is?
Yeah, his
what is the
nephew is
advisor's name?
Vernon
Avalar
Aventus.
Aventus?
No, the advisor's name is Abelard Veritas.
Veritas. That
Remember,
name,
the
Veritas sounds-
nephew's name is Vernon Aventus.
Yes, correct.
That's it. That's the nephew's name.
I would like to ask him what exactly his relationship with Quintus is.
What was that? He's drawn.
How exactly do you know Quintus? Because I'll confess, we don't know him as well as we'd like to ourselves, which is why we were a little bit surprised, honestly, that he gave us this summons. So how exactly do you know Quintus?
I fear I do not know him as well as my predecessor or his predecessor, but Quintus is a relic of a time long past. For many years, as long as I can remember, he has stayed stagnant in his
holdings to the south. We levy no taxes from him or encroach upon his small kingdom. He is ever helpful to the crown in an advisory capacity. I'm grateful to consider myself to be his friend, though I fear that I may simply be a small dot in his long life.
Oh, huh?
He is a strange fellow.
Definitely is.
Quintus's history is not something for me to divulge to you. That is his business and his alone.
Okay.
Sure.
Oh, fair enough, sir.
I actually have a question for the king. So you're concerned about what happens after, you're no longer king. Have you made contingency plans for that and named a successor, or is that something that's just gonna end up taking care of itself?
I have named Abelard as my successor in the long term, for I fear that my nephew Vernon is ill-suited to a place on the throne. He is a genius of military matters, but he is unaccustomed to administration. His temper would get the best of him, I fear.
Right. And are you afraid that he's going to try and take control himself?
I do fear that his temper may lead him to believe that I have been unjust to him. So, yes. Essentially, yes, to answer your question.
Are we drinking anything with this meal that we're having?
Yes, you are.
Has
Is
Leo's
the-
wine, I hope.
I was about to say, is the king drinking the same shit we are?
Yes. A servant came and tapped a casket of wine, and you're all drinking out of it.
Really? Okay. Well, Leo's cup. Is
my
Leo
cup
using
is
his?
here.
Cup?
Oh yeah, I have to.
Okay.
That's fine.
I have to.
Right, you have to use it. Okay.
Yeah.
No exploding. Because
Does the cask have the mark of Quintus on it?
Oh, is it his wine?
It is one of his, yes.
No shit. That's
We're all
good.
fucking dead.
Yeah, right. He's like, I have all the pieces together.
Playing like 8-dimensional chess here.
Yeah.
with you guys.
Connect 4, fucking Connect
Is there-
4D.
So, is there anything you think we could, do to help the situation, or any information that we could provide that would help, or do you maybe have any insight into what might be going on with this note and the bandits? Because I'm
would
concerned
have
that that's
you-
got something to do with that.
Investigate the matter of this banditry first. This concerns me. We have had a history, of course, of mages stepping beyond their boundaries in moral terms. Though we have not had such issues in many years, and I believe them to be under control primarily. This is a matter of great concern to me.
Do you have any idea who this T might be on this note? Because that's what's really kind of stumping us at this moment, who this might be.
There are many nobles which could go by such a pseudonym, though this sounds more like a code than any sort of initial, if you understand.
Understood.
Your Highness, do
I
you
see
know
what
the
you're saying.
name of the court wizard of Lord Melvin in the West?
Northwest.
Lord Melvin. I'm afraid I don't know the name of his court wizard. You might try asking Abelard. He has a mind for such things.
Okay.
All right.
You had mentioned that there was some matters of state business to be finished with Quintus. Since he gave us the summons, maybe we're here to finish those matters of state or something?
I doubt it. It is a matter which involves him quite personally, which I do not believe he would entrust to another so readily.
Okay.
Well, perhaps he is sending me a message by sending you to me.
Oh.
Sometimes his ways go beyond my understanding, I'm afraid.
Yeah, I know that feeling.
Mm-hmm. Yep. We have experienced that as well.
Well, I mean, maybe he thinks that we can be of an assistance, and if we are on the same page, that we need to find out what's going on with this banditry that might have something to do with it.
If you would do this, I will
tell you what you must know, though you will swear on Pelor's name that you will not divulge this to others.
Of course.
Of course.
Absolutely.
obviously, Yes.
Not a problem.
Our lips are sealed.
Have you heard of the Great Forest War, the War of the Blood Forest? You might have heard it called.
Let me do a history check to see if
I could use a refresher, I'm just saying.
Corbin knows.
History check?
Corbin
Alright,
actually
Corbin knows
fought in that
exactly
war?
what this is.
Like,
You know the extensive history of the region known as the Blood Forest?
Corbin was there, apparently.
Yeah.
Let me find my notes.
That was his
All right.
bedtime story
Yeah.
every night.
He was like he was named after one of the people that were like in there.
Yeah.
I'm
It's
the
like, Grandpa, read
reincarnation
me.
of the greatest hero of that war.
Grandpa, read me a bedtime story. Sit down, Billy. I'll tell you. There I was, ass deep in the woods. Just the blood of druids and elves all over my hands as I strangled the life out of another man. But he was merely a boy, truly.
And that's when the nightmares started.
Yeah.
No idea where they came from.
Yeah, no idea. What would you call the Viet Cong in Elvish? I have too many different
Yeah, what?
folders.
Kobolds?
Alright, I found it. So Gorbin knows exactly what it was. The War of Blood Forest was a war fought about 150 years ago over ownership of most of... Hang on, I'll take you to the other map for this. Fought over the ownership of this like western portion, or this eastern portion of the forest here. Got all that?
It was called the Blood Forest War.
Is there any other particulars of that war that I should be aware of? Why are we even talking about this war?
This was a war between the last remaining elven kingdom and the kingdom of Coram Tash, as you know. The elves were fighting to expand their borders, and Coram Tash was doing the same. This was a border clash over along this line here, along the corpse flow, pretty much.
Oh.
Is that why it's called the Corpse Flow? Because they had a fight and all the corpses were dumped in the river?
It is, as a matter of fact.
I see.
That's how I picked up that name.
I bet there's a bunch of undead in that swamp there.
Yee. No, it would flow out to the
To the
ocean,
sea, yeah.
wouldn't
Yeah.
it?
No, do rivers not flow south in this world? Like,
They don't-
where are we?
Rivers don't flow
yeah, I
south.
don't know,
Rivers,
actually.
no. Rivers don't flow south, north to south. They
Elevation.
flow
Downhill.
from up to down, so they can go north easy.
In our world, there's only
Typically-
two rivers, I believe, that flow south to north. One of them is the Nile, and I don't remember the other one.
Yeah, it's very rare for us.
It's very rare, just because that's how things work for some reason. Nobody knows why. But anyways, so that's the war basically. It was fought back and forth for about 50 years. It was an extremely extensive and bloody war.
You said 50 years is how long
Mhm.
it lasted?
Yep.
And how long ago was it?
It started 150 years ago.
And it ended 100 years ago.
Yes.
That's not the war that Quintus was telling us about, and that he had the. No, that war was like 500
Yeah, he said that
years
was,
ago
that
or
was
something.
hundreds of years ago. Yeah, I believe so.
What was
Okay.
the outcome of the war, though? Who won?
The war ended with a crushing defeat for the elves. They
Yeah.
went too deep on one battle. They tried to go for a Pyrrhic victory, and they got absolutely crushed. And elves, as a population, have been on the decline ever since because they have no centralized kingdom.
Where's the border now?
So elves are growing rarer and rarer.
No shit.
Is the border
there is
along
no-
that road, or
there is no border
Coram
anymore.
Tash on the whole thing?
The elf kingdom is gone. It no longer exists. Most of the woods and the north territories beyond the Varahar Mountains are completely abandoned to the wilderness. Nobody owns it.
No shit.
Sounds like a place for some fun.
Mm-hmm.
Now I kind of want to ask that old lady that we met in the tree about this blood war.
You didn't meet her.
See if she has some inside shit.
So, and
Yeah.
basically the king tells you all this, and he says, at the end of the Blood War, when the elves were suing for peace, they came to an accord as a symbol, and among these other things, as a symbol of the, I guess, the peace, and as a token of their goodwill, as you know how these things work, the elves would make their princess a ward of the house, the ruling house of Coram Tash. Unfortunately, our house is ill-suited to meet the needs of such elves. They are unsuited for our courts. It would cause only problems. So my grandfather, was it great? No, grandfather. Yes. He sent the queen, princess, I guess, queen now of the elves, off to live with Quintus as his adoptive daughter.
Oh
Mm.
shit, that's the girl from the painting.
No, that's the letter too.
Is it?
He was writing a letter to his daughter. Remember?
Yeah,
his
I
niece.
thought it was niece. Yeah, I
Oh,
was
his
gonna
niece?
say niece.
Oh, okay.
yes.
That was his daughter. Okay.
But are they the same person or?
She has lived for many years now under his tutelage, though I fear that there are legal matters which must be attained. She must be present for the coronation of the new king, and despite the beleaguered status of elves, her official support and outspoken way with words would help my predecessor, my what is this? My
Successor.
successor. Thank you, Gorbin. My successor in making his claim legitimate.
The king knows my name.
Right?
Way to go, Corbin. Coming up. It's beautiful. I love it.
I asked the king how to put this. What is his adopted daughter? What does she do exactly?
I know not what she does, as I have never spent much extensive time with her in anything other than an official capacity, though she is extremely recognizable. I can tell her about you if it helps. Or tell you about her if it helps.
Yeah, sure.
I
That would
should say.
help a lot. What does she look like?
She is not tall for an elf, slightly shorter than me, and he waves his hand. She's about like 5'6".
Okay.
She is covered in elvish ceremonial tattoos, though I know not their purpose or what they do. She is magically gifted, though not ambitious. I'm afraid I don't know an awful lot. She changes her appearance sometimes, though those factors stay consistent.
Oh, okay. I see.
You will recognize the tattoos when you see them. They are extensive, to say the least.
Understood.
Oh, maybe we can. So you said that she's missing?
I do not know if she is missing. Quintus should know her whereabouts. I simply needed to ask him to send her to the capital officially to oversee events.
And how do you think that this might tie into that bandit activity and some of the malfeasance that they've been doing? Do you think that
He doesn't.
I don't think it ties in.
Okay.
If it does, I would be surprised.
You don't think that perhaps this coming storm? You don't think that someone's building weapons? These experiments are obviously meant to create some type of unholy abominations for warfare.
He's talking about the tie between the niece and the bandits. There's no tie
Wait,
between the niece and the bandits.
right. Oh, I okay. I see. You were thinking that she got kidnapped by bandits. Is what you're asking. Never mind.
Suffice it to say, my friends, no, I do not believe there to be a connection, though I would appreciate your assistance in investigation of both matters nonetheless.
Absolutely, Your Highness.
would-
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely.
Most certainly.
I would love to investigate your princess.
This is the wrong
And
person
the
sitting
king
there.
chuckles to himself a little. Have you ever heard the phrase "man-eater"? Perhaps the musical context, I believe.
Can't say I have. That's real good.
A couple of bards named Hall and Oates.
She is beyond your. What should I say? Perhaps it is best I just say,
Capabilities.
be careful.
Yep, absolutely. We are fantastic with women, no problem.
I'm the best, really. I
respect.
mean,
Oh, yeah, myself and Father Slick here, we're followers of Miris.
yeah, we know all about the lady types.
Mhm.
Followers of Miris. No.
Yep.
My late wife the queen was a follower of Miris.
Lucky you.
Wow,
Lovely lady indeed. She would like you, I think.
I'm sure she would have, sir.
We are very likable.
I kind of want to ask about the house
Griffins are
that
dishing
we,
up your fifth course right now.
the
Oh,
house,
fantastic.
the house we met in the auction house. That I can't remember their name now, but
Yes. Okay, I wrote it down. I'll ask about him. 1 second.
Oh yeah.
Wexelum?
yeah, Wexel. I think it was.
Can you tell us anything, perhaps, about Lord Wexelum?
Lord Wexelum, you say?
Yes, sir.
The House of Wexelum is one of the biggest houses, arguably one of the most powerful, secondary to our house, of course.
Wow.
One of the most powerful in terms of trade, and have often bankrolled expensive events to gain persuasion and influence with the crown. And I must say, it has worked. They are helpful in more than just providing sundries and entertainment to the other houses. They have bankrolled nearly the entire current Royal Navy.
Really?
Yes, they make extensive trade with the cities to the south. They're trying to make inroads with the monks of the islands, if I remember correctly right now. Though that is a very minor.
Which cities in
Deal.
particular are they trying to trade with?
No cities, just the monks of the islands. I forget their order name at the moment.
I was hoping you could tell me which cities they trade with currently to the south.
Currently, they trade primarily with the city of Centralfell, but also with other smaller settlements, and most of which are not worth mentioning offhand.
But there are many settlements along the coast down south, you mean?
Yes, there are also some more aquatic settlements you may find.
Aquatic?
Centralfell is an odd place.
I guess it is.
This wax lump. Does he get along with your nephew?
Wexelum? No, I'm afraid he and Vernon have shared their differences, though I do not think the Wexelums are interested in any matters of the crown. They merely wish to continue their trading as usual.
Loyal only to their gold?
Yes, I cannot say I blame them. Being king is not an easy task. Much better to be a merchant and pull the strings from behind the scenes, you know.
I'm afraid I can't relate.
I don't really have any other questions. What about you guys?
Well, if we're kind of out of questions, I do have one.
Okay.
We are definitely going to investigate both situations. One of the things that's kind of what we're trying to take care of real quick before we go and do that is do you know anybody who might be interested in purchasing a wyvern egg of any kind? Just kind of maybe point us to a name or something, and we can go take care of that.
My, you certainly changed topics fast. No, I'm afraid I don't have such personal contact with anyone's personal interests. You might try the zoo. They are in the middle of
God damn
collecting a variety of magical creatures and beasts. They have just created new housing for them. I do believe
No
they
kidding.
recently got some form of ghost bear. I have yet to see it myself.
Ghost bear.
My
That sounds interesting.
eyebrows perk up. Golden?
What was that?
Did you say ghost bear?
Yes. This is a second-hand account, mind you. I've just heard of it. I haven't seen it.
Your Highness, where is the zoo located exactly?
It's in the city. You'll find it readily enough.
Do I know what he would be talking about? Ghost bear? Something that the...
Don't know what he would be talking about. You're very lost here.
Oh.
What, did Varlin roll?
I rolled a
Oh,
19
damn, he just
for
keeps
nature.
rolling. Roll some more D20s for me, Varlin. Roll 2 of them.
Fuck.
Oh god, this is the perfect time.
We're just sitting at the table
Fuck
and
yeah.
he catches on fire.
Yeah, just out of nowhere.
Anyone for some
That's
baked
interesting.
Alaska?
Wow.
Anyways,
Baked? What?
baked Alaska? You've never heard of that?
No, what is that?
I believe that's the cakes that they set on fire.
Oh, okay, I got you. But that'd be great. We're all just sitting there. He catches on fire. We're like, "This happens. This is totally fine. But don't worry. We'll take care of this." That'd have been amazing. So yeah,
Was there
I got
anything
It's
nothing.
else?
our
that we
serving
got
of your
nothing.
9th course.
good ninth. I didn't know they came 9 meals thing. I didn't know that was a thing.
Traditional quorum tash noble things, noble functions have traditionally 21 courses.
What the fuck? We're gonna die in this room.
These are social events.
Happy.
They have to take a long time so that you can talk with people and such, not so
I'm
that you
surprised
can,
there would be more people
not to
here
eat.
then.
the portions are very small.
Yeah, it's
Gotcha.
fancy plates.
Right.
They're more for artistic than they are filling.
And I've been slowly
My
feeding
friends.
a few tidbits to the dogs.
Oh,
Just like every plate
I
that-
just noticed you have dogs. You have brought them. What are their names?
Gorby
Funny you
Junior
should say that.
2 and 3.
Gorby Jr., as in Gorbin Jr.?
Yeah, that's the idea.
Interesting.
I'm a very
And,
big
he
lover of
whistles to the
animals.
dogs.
They are my babies.
And, the dogs trot over. Oh, yes, you are sweet, aren't you? Yes. Mwah, 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 mwah. And King, makes kissy faces at the dogs. and pets
I'm
them.
looking around the table like, what the fuck?
He's going
Anyways,
outside.
what
I'm just
was
waiting
I
for the roll
saying?
for the dogs to eat the king.
Yeah, right. I can just see it.
The king
Oh
starts giving
man,
them strips of meat.
oh, that's great.
What was I saying? What?
I
what
don't
were we
know
talking about?
actually. I've forgotten now too. My mind is completely blank.
We were pointing as
Oh,
dukes.
oh. Is there anything else that we could do for you, Your Highness?
Let me think. I do not think so. If you do talk to the monks of the island, please give Ardeshi my regards. He is the Order Master.
Ardesi?
Ardeshi.
Deshi.
That was so close. I had an.
He will treat you well. He has a soft spot for those who travel.
Is that a fucking typewriter? Like,
Yeah,
Hey, I'm sorry.
Ryan, we can hear everything from your mic. You gotta hit that mute button.
Perhaps I should have invited more guests.
I mean, surely we're, more than, yeah, I don't blame you.
Oh no, we're a traveling party. Like Varlin here, he's a musician. He can play us some music.
Oh,
Truly, please
Oh,
play
He's an
something.
excellent musician.
yeah.
Absolutely.
Can I? So
Performance for the king.
before he like.
Do you know the story
before
of
he rolls
Verdun
over?
Wise?
Oh
baby.
shit!
Yeah, what up?
Right,
Roll another
roll a
one.
d20.
Yep, I know.
Oh god!
Would have been better if, like, this is a song I like to call Greg's. Oh, God.
He's like, wow, he really goes all out. Yeah, that's a story about a guy who gets lit on fire. I'm
Man,
impressed.
he is on fire.
It's like the head's going across the string so quickly it just ignites.
Strike a power cord and you just burst
The
into
fucking
flames.
Tenacious D scene.
Yeah, right.
Quite an excellent performance, if I do say. Quite good.
Yeah, seriously.
You have great potential.
Thank you, my king. I deeply appreciate it.
I always tell that Lonnie he's going places.
Do you all have any more questions that you would ask of me?
What do you know about Lord Melvin?
Lord Melvin, a little bit of a sore spot he has with the crown, yes. I was forced to confiscate some of his holdings recently for
Oh,
aggression against a fellow vassal. Nothing unusual. His family has a history of it, though they are also an old house, and I would not wish to overly offend.
really?
I have worked within legal boundaries at every opportunity, of course. Though sometimes I fear he is overly ambitious. He has no inclination towards the crown, as far as I know, and none would support him. He is alone in his isolation on his estate.
I see.
I whisper, lower my voice slightly, and I say, that's when you need to work within the bounds of the law. But if you need to work outside of those bounds, you can trust in us.
Oh, what was that? Speak up.
I said, working within the bounds of the law is nice and all, but if you ever need to step outside the line, wink, you can trust us.
I have no need of such things.
Don't mind
I
him. He's a
have
druid.
a firm hold upon my kingdom and the reins.
Yeah.
I do not need to stoop to such lows.
And
I
if he
apologize
did,
for
he
Don.
wouldn't
He's a
use-
druid. He considers himself a sovereign citizen. You know how it is with them folk. We are
Druid,
totally
truly.
reputable.
Yes, they always cause trouble with the gate guards, saying that they're free inhabitants or some other such business.
Yeah, well, maybe if I didn't lose half my home, I'm probably sure that's why.
I think they don't need a
my
license to
generation
drive a
moved out of the
wagon.
forest.
It's a whole thing with them.
Yes, druids, yes. Though we have
So-
seen a sharp decline in the druid population since the War of the Blood Forest, naturally. Many of their ways have been lost, though I have no doubt you could find the remnants of some orders there.
Are there any practicing druids established within the city? Like, city-friendly druids worshiping their tree gods or what have you within the
I
city?
do not believe so. There used to be one who worked for the zoo, but he found his position untenable, and he does not like the city, and so he left.
Oh, see, Don, there's a job opportunity for you.
Yeah.
Somebody needs to clean up the elf and the poop. Somebody has to do that, and
Oh god.
that's what druids are for, right? They love that stuff.
Yeah, they sure do.
Embarrassing.
Okay.
So,
So we're out of questions now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so as much as I love food,
Have
I'm
you
just not
truly
having this
asked all you
conversation.
wish?
Oh,
I have a wealth of knowledge that may be of use to you.
hmm.
I feel like that's Riz being like, come on, you fucking dummies, don't do this to yourself.
Yeah, right. I know.
Oh God, what else could we ask?
Did we catch that princess's name?
Ask him about the Order of the Inquisitors, what their deal is.
The
Or
Order of the
I'll
Red
ask.
Fuller?
What are they called?
Order of the Red Fuller.
Yeah, what do you know of the
Noble
Order?
of the Red
The
Fuller.
most radiant red fuller.
Yeah. So what's their deal?
The Inquisitorial Order. There used to be two of them, but the second one fell into disrepair and has since disbanded over the decades. The Order of the Red Fuller is the last left. They answer to me very indirectly. I allow them. They are sort of a kingdom within a kingdom, if you understand. They have a measure of sovereignty, though they do assist the courts in many different matters of law and justice. Have you met any of them? I had heard a
Yeah.
little of your accomplishments.
We dealt with one of the Inquisitors. She was the one who started us on the search for missing people that led us to the bandits. And we've been in contact with her. She's kind of our contact, I guess.
She's a very
we-
wonderful one.
Yeah, we work in conjunction, and she gives us info, and we give her info. It's kind of how it goes.
Truly, it is odd for some to have such a long-term connection with Inquisitors. They are typically fickle customers, if at all.
Yeah, I mean, she's kind of got the hots for me, though, so, what are you going to do? So she hangs around.
Truly, my friend.
Oh,
Best of luck to you. Women who join the Inquisition are not light of hand.
I'm like rubbing my
He's
cheek.
quite
I'm like,
aware of how
Yeah.
he's quite aware of how
Yeah.
heavy her hands are.
Mhm. Damn, she's a big bitch.
Did not mean such a literal interpretation, though.
Uh-oh.
No, but
I'm
there is
sure.
a literal interpretation. She smacked me in the face twice, very hard.
Those were love taps. I mean, we play,
He
what are you
went
gonna
clear
do?
across the room. It was entertaining, I have to say. I wish I could paint the picture for you
So
to see it.
the
It
nose,
was,
the
it
nose
was
wasn't
marvelous.
always like that.
Oh, god damn it.
The what, my friend?
His nose wasn't always like that. The smacks did a few things.
No,
No, I
the
fixed
smacks
my
didn't
nose.
change the nose at all. The nose has always been that way.
I can't. You see what I had to put up with, King? This all day.
I've got
you
a
know,
solid
this
15.
constant peanut gallery.
I got a solid 15 minutes on this.
I must say, good cleric, it has been a while since I saw a follower of Midas of such interesting features.
You know what? That's what the high priest used to say at my own temple.
What happened?
I-
What happened with that? I would love to hear this story.
Have you
Yeah, it was
visited the Temple of Midas since you have been
The
here?
king has just
Not
divulged
yet,
so
sir,
many secrets
but
to us.
I,
I feel
I
like
mean
you
to.
should enlighten us.
We are
as well.
host to the only dedicated Temple of Midas in the known world.
Wait,
Oh.
really?
Yes, you may find it an enlightening experience.
I just might find that. Yes.
I do have a question. Do you happen to know of a wizard named Julius?
A wizard named Julius?
Yeah.
I am afraid not. Can you tell me more about him?
Well, he's been staying at Quintus's inn for several years now, never leaving his room. Just kind
I do not
curious a bit about
involve
him.
myself so deeply with Quintus's matters, I'm afraid. I'm not sure I would want to, as a matter of fact.
Why not?
Have you met with Quintus before?
Yes, sir. We had an audience with him. He was a very gentle kind of guy.
Oh. Yes. Quite.
What? What?
I give away too much. Please. Ignore my,
Mm,
what is it to say? My concern.
insight check? I'm gonna go with insight check.
Okay. Secretly, he's fucking terrified of Quintus.
Really?
Yeah, the guy
Gorvin's been
spooks
calling
him
it this whole
on every
fucking
different
time.
level.
He has kind of
Quintus
been
is
talking him up.
spoopy. Oh, we're going 30 minutes over
He's
already.
terrified.
Already 4:30.
More like a he doesn't understand him rather than Quintus has done things that are worthy of it.
Right. Well, he fought in a war, so I assume he's, no stranger to.
I mean, could you
Beating
imagine
the
being at
shit
the
out
other
of
end
people.
that- Could you imagine being at the other end of that fucking bow he had?
Yeah, it's pretty brutal.
Have you seen Quintus's spells? His
Spells?
yes, his extensive collection.
No.
the fish he has?
The fish. Oh, Ralph. Yes, Ralph.
Ralph.
Yeah.
I know Ralph.
You do?
Good friends with Ralph?
Yes, Ralph was a friend of mine. He used to be in the castle.
Oh,
Really?
Yes, he was my friend when I was a young boy. Though unfortunately, he wanted to leave.
Why was that?
Well, perhaps he was bored of castle life. Not much goes on in the palace itself, you know, and
See?
walking around with a fish in the streets is not entirely practical.
Who said
We're actually
fish
on a
don't-
quest
animals
for
don't
Ralph.
make decisions?
Wait, are we on a quest for Ralph? What
yeah,
are you
we need to
talking
find
about?
Ralph a little chess set.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Do I remember this?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right.
What?
We're supposed to bring him a chess set next time we come back.
Holy shit, you're right. I kind of remember about that.
Grand Market.
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
remember
Oh,
now.
okay. Ask the king. I want to ask the king. Tell him. I tell him that we met Ralph, and he wanted us to find him a little chess set that he could use for inside of his tank or whatever.
Oh,
And does he know where I could get such a thing?
I have Ralph's old chess set around here somewhere.
That would be
I'll have
perfect.
a servant fetch it for you.
Thank you so much.
Fantastic.
Of course, it's a pleasure to help Ralph. I imagine he grows quite bored.
Guys, we are so good at this questing thing.
Apparently.
Do you know, this is something I will plug your brains on, my friends. Do
Mhm.
you know much of Quintus's companions?
We saw a painting of them, and we know a little bit about his dwarf friend, but not much else.
Everybody.
Do you remember the other features of the painting?
What?
There was a. I have it written down here. There was Quintus, a dwarf, a human woman, a tall mage man, and a small elf girl. But we've
Do you
only heard.
remember any other features of these people that may help me identify them?
One of them was Bulmer the dwarf.
Yeah,
Bulmer the dwarf. The craftsman?
Maybe.
He is responsible for much of the engineering behind the elevators of the palace,
oh,
and
good.
many of the features of the palace itself. Though I thought he was dead many years ago of old age.
I'm sure the
I don't
feeling's
think he
mutual.
is. No. I like throw a fucking bread roll at him.
I catch it and eat it. Do I have roll dexterity?
You're eating your, 12th course at this point.
Mhm. Let me think.
Well, Ralph's the one that told us about him visiting, doesn't it?
Yeah, because we had a talk with Ralph, and Ralph said that he is still alive and that Quintus meets with him regularly.
No.
Truly.
Yeah.
Perhaps I am wrong. It is hard for me to keep track of all of these old figures.
That's understandable. Speaking of old figures, Your Highness, who are these statues of in this room?
in the waiting room.
These statues.
Oh, no,
These statues do not pertain to any person or historical figure in particular. They are merely utilitarian in their purpose.
Okay,
What,
I see.
What about the broken sword that we saw on the way in?
Oh
yes. A broken sword, a relic of my great house. A little piece of history right here. In the founding of the kingdom of Coram Tash, there were two primary factions that were uniting the kingdom and the local lords for their different purposes. One of these was my ancestor, known by no other name than Aventus the First. That is his blade. The enchantments upon it are still in place, though the blade has long since shattered.
What were the enchantments?
I do not remember. It is, I guarantee you, almost purely fiction. If anything, the sword only had minor enchantments on it to make it more resistant to wear.
Look how that turned out.
Well, time
Yes,
is the
truly.
great equalizer. Ugh.
So I am now out of questions for sure.
It's also
Do you have any
Right.
any idea who your nephew might want to side with or join forces with if he were to decide to try to take over control of the kingdom?
I have no doubt he would rally his friends among the court. Friends since boyhood, they are, mostly. And he would have a good shot as well. He is quite a mind for military matters.
And who might
Is that
those
why he's
be?
moving so many troops?
Yes, perhaps.
By the way, I want to roll an insight check when he was asking me if we knew more information about the people who were in that painting, because I was getting kind of like a foreboding thing there. Like,
Yeah,
you know,
right.
he wants to go after these guys.
Oh, this is a matter which concerns him greatly, though you don't know why.
Yeah,
Hmm.
seems kind of negative. Like he wanted to know these for nefarious purposes or such. All right. Fuck. What other question?
By the way, what would you all like for the next course? Oh, we have some ancient dragon jerky, or we
wow.
have a selection of the finest seafood around, or mammoth steaks from Kugan Thul.
I mean, how often do you get to eat dragon jerky? I think we should do
It's
dragon
a
I
jerky.
don't think
mission.
I've ever
It's
eaten anything
not
from the
actually
sea.
dragon, it's a term for the meat.
Oh,
Because it was such
Ah.
large strips. It
Oh.
is large strips of dried wyvern meat,
oh.
smoked for 40 years.
I want that. I'll have that, definitely.
That sounds pretty good.
Excellent, my friends. And he motions to a servant. And all the servants leave and begin to bring out the next course.
Good to be the king.
I fear sometimes that my extravagancies take more of a toll upon the kingdom's funds than I would like.
I mean,
Though, I cannot say I have not earned them.
Absolutely.
definitely. Oh, yeah.
And everything in the city seems pretty good. Like everything seems to be going well.
Sometimes it feels as if no matter how much I deal with the problems of our time, things of the past always return to haunt the kingdom.
Oh.
Mm.
Any
The,
family problems.
When we were in the a village down south, they were looking for a guy of a serious matter. Like seemed like he was a bad guy, a tall, pale guy. Like, do you know anything about that?
Yes, somewhat. How... I fear I may be divulging information that would only worry you.
No.
No,
That
no,
was-
certainly. We need to be informed, Your Highness. We truly
Yeah,
do.
I mean we're hunting an acid vampire right
We
now,
are
so I mean
here to be
we
very
can certainly handle this.
For that.
What's that?
Roll something for that. If you want to try to convince him.
I will not roll persuasion. Someone else feel to step in.
I'm rolling
You
persuasion.
have-
I just said it. I just
You
said
have
the thing. I'm
advantage
trying
with
to
your veins
persuade.
closed.
We're hunting an acid vampire. We could totally handle this. Yeah.
You have an advantage on it, by the way.
Oh right.
You want better.
Oh.
Oh, almost.
We know
Right,
what
the
to do.
18.
20 was there.
It wanted to be a 20 and then it just rolled off it. Rimmed it.
So,
Perhaps. Do you know much of necromancers?
No, but I think we might be hunting one.
Troublemakers they are, and sometimes they simply choose to wait until a more opportune time to cause their trouble. This necromancer has troubled the kingdom for many a century, resurfacing now and then to simply cause unrest and move on.
Oh.
what is his name, if you know it?
I do not know his name, only sightings of him. This is more of a precaution than an actual concern at the moment.
Okay. All right.
It subvert every law of nature.
So
I believe-
the military movements that are going on right now, are they of your doing, or are they being done without your knowledge?
The military to the south searching near crossroads, they are under my control. They have no other more important concern, so I decreed that they should make themselves useful in this capacity.
Sure, but how about down further south?
I do not control them, for they are not my men to control.
Sure. This would be more your nephew, possibly, right?
Yes,
Okay.
possibly Garthbond. He controls a large amount of the safe trade routes.
Does it not concern you that there are so many troops on the move, Your Highness?
What will happen, and I cannot stop it. I can only prepare everyone else for what is to come as best as I can.
All right. You know what? I will ask something else. On the map, there is southeast of here on the coast. There is like a little something there. I'll ask the king if he knows about that place. I ask him about a settlement or something to the southeast
we're
along the
keeping
coast.
I just
Did I?
pinged it.
There it goes. All right.
That is Vernon's estate. You
Oh.
will find him there if you wish to, though I doubt he would be pleased to greet anyone he views as lower.
Yeah, probably not. And I'm pretty short as it is.
Yes,
Hey.
you are correct in that.
Even the king knows I'm short.
What else? What else?
Pardon my asking, young priest, but are you a halfling or just a very short man?
I am, in fact, a halfling, sir.
I apologize, for halflings are less common than I would hope. Such a friendly folk they are.
Yeah, I can take him or leave him.
He's on a mission to rectify that situation.
That's one way of looking at it.
He's gonna make
Chuckle.
some
But
akelings,
I yeah, right. Like who's heard of
Absolutely.
halflings, right?
quarterlings.
Yeah, there you go.
How about the? There's a little island just north of here. How about? Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Oh, the island of the monks.
Is that the island of the monks? Because I thought you were talking about they were down towards Centifel. Okay, so that's the islands
No,
of the monks. Right
That
there.
is the
Okay.
island of the monks. They are an ancient order. I believe their order name is the Order of the Open Palm. They follow an interesting path, and I studied their theology in my youth. They are quite unique fellows.
I just noticed that there's a little dude pasted to the front of this tower.
I was like, is this from Age of Empires? What the fuck?
It is, isn't it?
No, it's
No.
from Heroes of Might and Magic.
3. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And
Or Lord of the
how about
Realms.
Kugan Thule? Is that still part of this kingdom, or is that its own separate?
Kugan Thule is their own kingdom. They are a reclusive group of. It is a theocracy for all intents and purposes, and they are quite isolated, content to keep matters to themselves while they trade with us southern kingdoms. Their life is harsh, and I understand their xenophobic tendencies, though that does not make me like them.
Looks like they might be ruled by, like, say, a Lich King or something.
No liches, unfortunately. Well, fortunately, a lich may spice things up for once. They have sat there for, according to the records, thousands of years with no conflict with us or any other nation for that matter.
Wow.
That's kind of rare for a theology.
Yeah, no
They
shit,
are
right?
quite
Theocracy.
isolated.
Actual lasting peace. Who would have thought?
It's 4:50. I have to go.
All right, get out of here then.
Okay.
We are only on the 16th course.
Well, I think this would be a good place to wrap up because we can think about any other questions we might have between
Yeah,
now
that's
and
what I
next
was
week.
about to say. Excellent.
Yeah, that's an idea. Yeah,
Wonderful.
definitely.
Okay, everybody. Good game.
Yeah,
What?
nice to finally have the whole thing together.
Yeah, crazy.
Yeah, I know.
With
Right
no
before we were just
combat
about to
at
kill
all.
off all your characters.
Yeah, right. No combat at all. Everyone's finally there. When everything was just, no one was in any danger at all, and that's when everybody shows up.
It's a perfect time to kill everyone with one of those chandeliers.
Mhm.
All right, guys. See you.
Yeah, kidding?
Good better.
Chandeliers do like 86 damage.
Oh,
Good
God.
God, what?
There's stats for chandeliers falling on people.
Of course there are.
Why wouldn't there be?
I think we saw that in one of the Paxos, one of the Acquisition Inc. Fucking episodes.
Is that- well, I know- yeah.
Always the Ariel always
Yeah.
drops on one.
Yeah, it does it does 48.
Forty.
So still
That's
quite a
still
bit.
pretty fucking good.
It's potentially
Not as
able to
much as
kill
my
me.
fireball.
Oh, that's how much
Oh,
damage it can
okay.
take. It does more than that.
Oh,
okay.
okay.
Wonderful.
Thanks for coming, everyone. That was a good productive session.
Mhm.
Hope
Was,
you
it was
enjoyed
good.
yourselves. You have more to talk to the king
Definitely.
about next time, I hope. Come up with some better questions.
What the
Yeah.
fuck? You shitting on our questions?
I'm totally out of ideas, so I'm. You guys,
yeah,
like.
yeah, brainstorm time. Yeah,
It's
all
hard
right.
for me to think
Yeah,
of
we-
questions because I was not here for the main Quintus thingies.
Yeah,
I feel like there's missing.
he's basically just the hired Whiskers at this point.
Yeah. All right. Well, you guys all have a good week. See you next week. Oh wait, are we gonna be around? Can everybody make next weekend? It's Christmas
I
weekend.
guess.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't think it
what
is
day is
Christmas.
Christmas?
Christmas
the
is
25th,
Monday.
right?
Is
Yeah,
next
Christmas
Monday.
is the Monday after.
So
25.
Saturday
if
is
that,
the
then yeah.
23rd. Does anybody have anything going on?
Nope,
I don't
I'm
think
good.
so.
Shouldn't know.
I'm
Oh,
pretty sure I
I'm-
can.
No, I have stuff on Sunday, but not on Saturday. Should be
Yeah,
fine.
I've got I've got
if we have
stuff
to
on
move
Sunday.
It to 22nd or 23rd, that'd be fine. But alrighty.
All right,
See ya.
I'll catch you guys later.
A little bit
So, yeah,
sad you to do
thanks.
something dumb, but that's okay. There's always more sessions.
All right, thanks for coming, guys. We'll be back next week. We'll see you guys later. Thanks for hanging out, and like if you like, and we'll see you soon.